hitter for the Chicago Cubs.
Brought to you by Booking.com. Booking.yeah. Just about ready for Game 4 of this best of 5.
I would say noticeably shortened start, even working with a 5-0 lead in Game 1. Tigers and Guardians, keys to the game brought to you by Sarah Chevrolet. Let's talk about the keys as the Tigers go back to a, we think, traditional start for Reese Olson.
Yeah.
And not an opening start for Reese Olson. The keys for him to have success against a lineup that he did face in that Game 1 loss.
Yeah, you know, they got a lot of lefties. So for Reese, he's going to have to be able to work the fastball in and away to set up his off-speed, to be able to set up his changeup, set up his slider. Any of the breaking pitches he's going to have to execute down in the zone. Down in the zone or down for a ball. Don't leave that thing up to where they can get it in the air.
Tigers have taken 2 of the first 3, lost Game 1, bounced back and took Game 2 in Cleveland on the Kerry Carpenter 9th-inning home run, and then incredibly duplicated that 3-0 win with a 3-0 win in Game 2, back-to-back shutout wins over due. But we like this matchup of Tigers pitching against Cleveland's offense going into this series.
I thought they've done a really good job, you know, getting to weak contact. Getting to weak contact early in counts or getting ahead in the count. That means they're making pitches out of the gate. They're hitting spots early. They're not leaving too many pitches over the middle for them to do damage on. And that's what Reese just needs to continue here today.
First pitch brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Again, the pitching matchup brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. First inning brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Buy, sell, finance, and save. Stephen Kwan had 3 hits in the game yesterday. Leads off with the Guardians. Fine leadoff hitter. First pitch of the game. Fastball strike. And we are underway here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. Sun sets a whole lot earlier. It's going to set about 50 minutes from now, so the only sunshine in the ballpark is on the stands down the left field line. Curveball, swing and a miss. That's a beauty. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. If that pitch is a weapon for him tonight, look out. Pitch that he doesn't throw a whole lot. Appeared in Game 1. He had an opener that day. The 0-2, swinging a soft tap foul. Wow, changeup looks sharp as well. Down and away from a left-handed batter. Kwan, toughest to strike out in the American League the last 2 years, barely got a piece of it. Manzardo and Ramirez, this is a lefty-loaded lineup to face Reese Olson. The 0-2, down below the strike zone, but you've made that point, Andy, before. Just if you're going to miss, with the off-speed especially, it's below the knees.
Keep it down. Get a ground ball. Worst case, don't want to let him lift it in the air.
Kwan had a tough finish after a great start. The 1-2, swinging a line drive, just a flare over shortstop up into left. It looks like a lot of the hits that we saw from him yesterday. 2 went to the left side, 1 to the right side, and he's just one of the best 2-strike hitters you're going to see.
Yeah, I thought that was a pretty good pitch. That's a fastball up at the very top of the zone. After he went down with the breaking ball, down with the changeup, change the eye level, go up. Kwan's just really good with the bat. Good bat-to-ball skills. Served one out to left.
AJ was asked about starting Reese Olson versus having an opener for him like Game 1. He said, this is what he's used to. It makes sense, basically. Manzardo takes a pitch down and in to get him back to the role that he's most accustomed to, starting a game. 2 starts against the Guardians in his career. Both came this year, and both were very good. 6 innings, 1 run on 1 hit in May, and then 6 innings, 3 runs in his next outing. Down and away with a fastball, quickly 2-0 on Kyle Manzardo, left-handed batter. Started the game yesterday, and because of the way A.J. Hinch used his bullpen, he got 1 at-bat and was lifted for a pinch hitter. Provided some big power down the stretch. Curveball on the back door, got the called strike. That was classified as a slider, but that was a pretty big break on the outside edge. A lot of improvements for Reese Olson this year, including a lot more ground balls. Knows how to get that ground ball with men on base. The 2-1. Away, same pitch. Slider tried to get the back door, didn't get it there. So that means McKinstry, who's at third tonight, is way off the line. Sweeney with the lefty up the middle. The outfield plays Manzardo to go the opposite way. 2:30, but there is some serious pop in this bat at times. The 3-1, swinging a line drive, base hit right center. Kwan is going to stop at second base over and in to cut it off as Vierling. And an early jam for Reese Olson. We talk about it for both teams. I'm sure the Guardians talk about it, but we talk about how important it is for the Tigers to score runs early. And you know the Guardians had this exact same message going into this game today with Bybee on the mound and Olson the opponent.
Yeah, they haven't scored runs. So, you know, they're definitely coming in this game. That's an emphasis that they're thinking about. Reese just got to settle down, execute his pitches. Just execute, hit the spots.
That brings up Jose Ramirez, the last guy you want to see with men on base. First pitch fastball up and away. You talked about the importance of working both sides of the plate, but has to be able to get that in against lefties. Lefties had the edge against him this year. Really shut down righties. The 1-0. Changeup down, check swing. Did he go? Appeal to third. Adam Beck says yes, he did. That's a big called strike. So with Ramirez, the switch hitter at the plate right now, there are 6 left-handed bats. And with Rocchio at the bottom of the order, another switch hitter, 8 of the 9 batters in this lineup are going to bat left-handed. That's what Reese Olson is going to see. That's why that curveball changeup early were a very good sign. The 1-1, swinging the line drive down the right field line, hooking toward the corner. Foul. Ooh. Changeup, and Ramirez was on it. Just out ahead of it. Pulled it almost home run distance, a little shy of home run distance, but on a line and about 10 feet foul.
Yeah, it was up a little bit. Ramirez is a good hitter. He'll let the ball travel a little bit. Now, this is where if he can get that back foot breaking ball down out of the zone, go for a strikeout, he's going to backdoor a breaking ball.
The 1-2 in the dirt, picked up by Jake Rogers, a changeup that bounced, and he backhanded it. 2 on and nobody out. First inning, Guardians trying to get the jump on Reese Olson and the Tigers. Guardians trying to get the jump on Reese Olson and the Tigers.
That was an outstanding pick, by the way. That could have been trouble.
Could have been runners at second and third. Ramirez batting from his weaker left side, but he's still a threat from the left side. The 2-2, ground ball foul on the first base line. Another changeup. It's not where he wants it. He's leaving the changeup out over the plate just a little bit.
Yeah, it's better if you can get it away from a left-handed hitter. Anytime it's catching plate, like kind of center cut or middle in, it gives them more time. Doesn't shorten a bat, it lengthens the bat. So you got to get that pitch away from him.
Olson working third base side again. The 2-2 is swinging a high fly ball, shallow left field. Riley Green will make the easy grab. Big out. You just can't overemphasize how important it is to get Jose Ramirez out with men on base.
Yeah, he made a couple good bids at it. He hit that one ball down the line, but that was a good job coming back with the fastball after going off speed. He was setting back on that changeup, and the fastball just got in on him a little bit, popped it out to left.
Now another tough lefty. Josh Naylor steps to the plate. Impressive numbers against righties. Hit .250 with good power numbers. This is just a good hitter and a tough out. First pitch fastball, strike at the knees, down and away.
What's he looking for? His first pitch fastball, you know. Must be thinking changeup.
You always talk about how hitters, the good power hitters, like to extend their arms. He could have on that. Sweeney up the middle. Mckinstry straight up at short. Kwan took off, and Jake Rogers trying to throw, bobbled the ball. Couldn't get a good grip. And Manzardo still at first, but he got a huge jump off Reese Olson. That was one weakness in his game this year. He did not hold runners like he did last year. Runners at the corners now. That's a big stolen base for Stephen Kwan. Naylor waiting on a 1-1. On the way. Off the plate away. Curveball tried to backdoor him. Didn't get to the edge. Naylor 3-for-11 in the 3 games with a double. That was off Skubal in Cleveland. Outfield placings go the opposite way. Meadow shades to left center. Green in and toward the line. No score. Runners at the corners. 2-1. Swing and a miss. beauty of a changeup. You like him going right back to that, or would you rather see the fastball up? It just feels like this guy can hit a fastball in any count.
Yeah, I think, stick with the off-speed down, because even if he gets a piece of it, chances are he might hit a ground ball. You just don't want to give him something he can elevate, so stay away from anything up. You want to be down, down, down.
Olsen sets the 2-2, swing and a miss. Got him. Stayed with the changeup.
It was a good one, too. I mean, the bottom dropped out of that. Same pitch as the pitch before. Looks like a heater down the middle. And that moves like a split finger right there. He put a little extra something on there at the end with his fingers. Whipped it through.
Halfway through his swing, you could see the resignation on Naylor's face, like, oh.
No. I don't want to swing at this pitch.
Lane Thomas hit a 3-run home run off Reese Olson in Cleveland on a first pitch slider. First pitch ground ball, base hit into right. He got a sinker over the plate, and he drilled it into right. Into score comes Kwan. And the Guardians on 3 singles in the first take a 1-0 lead.
Stick to damage control. 1 run's not going to win this game. So you got to stick to damage control here, make some pitches. That's just a sinker kind of out over middle of the plate. Thomas is a good player. He's been swinging the bat well.
That's a pretty solid piece of hitting. Got the hands in. Punch that ball to the open right side. Manzardo's the base runner at second now. First pitch, breaking ball down and into. Again, these are going to be all lefties. This is a true lefty. Will Brennan takes a pitch down and in. Will Brennan was in the starting lineup yesterday and didn't get an at-bat. You won't see that very often. Pinch hit 4 in the second inning, and the Tigers went to Brant Herter after Cato Montero. The 1-0. Fastball outside on the black for a called strike. Long first inning for Reese Olson, 24 pitches. But one thing we have seen, he's got that ability to settle down after maybe a shaky beginning. Put together some quick innings. The 1-1. Curveball away. Crowd groans. That's way outside. Todd Titchener's the crew chief. He's our home plate umpire today. Chad Fairchild at first. Nick Marley at second. Adam Beck today is third base umpire. Ramon DeJesus on the left field line. Jim Wolf is on the right field line. The 2-1 pitch from Olsen. Swing and a little soft tap foul. Another good changeup. This one right at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Juan Manzardo started the inning with singles. Olsen got the dangerous Ramirez on a soft fly ball. Naylor struck him out on a changeup. Thomas, first pitch he saw, punched a single into right field to give the Guardians the lead. Brennan waiting on the 2-2. Swinging a ground ball softly to third. Mckinstry will charge. Little bobble. Fires to first low. Grabbed by Torkelson. Brennan grounds out, and Olsen limits the damage to a single run. 3 singles produce a run for Cleveland. Tigers bat in the bottom of the first inning. No score in game 4 of the division, sir. 1-0.
I was glad to see Luis wanted to hit.
Yeah, I can't see him sitting out.
Is this going to
get in there? Get in there!
It will. Same where the other went the other night. 2 of them. He had a double and a triple on that same spot the other night. And he's got himself a double here to lead it off.
And look at his teammates. I think his teammates know as well. They want that ball. Get that ball back in. It's worth another look. Change up and away to the pull side.
Rojas on the ground at third. Machado touches third, fires to second. Out at first. Oh my goodness! It's a triple play. It ends the ball game. The San Diego Padres have clinched their spot in the postseason after a magical 2024 campaign. What a way to wrap it up, and they will celebrate in LA tonight. 2 games back in the division. That's not over yet.
Pirates, no runs, no hits, 1 error.
Swing and a miss, strike innings.
Nate Pearson, the new pitcher on the mound. There's a bouncer to short, fielded by Swanson. He'll throw to first to get him.
No hit innings.
A combined no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs.
Swing
swinging a high fly ball to deep right center. Siri back toward the track, at the wall, leaves, and got it! He caught it! Took away a homer.
What a catch in center field by Siri. Still digesting that catch made by Jose Siri out there. A home run robber, to be sure.
One of the best plays that we've seen all season long. And boy, was it a big one.
2-0 pitch. A drive to deep left field. This ball is on its way. This ball is gone. The 1-2. Line into right. It's going to drop for a base hit. Gurriel is being waved home. Pham comes through. The Royals take the lead. Through the hole, another base hit. Verdugo fires toward the plate. No play there. And they may tack something on here. Soto fires toward the plate. That's not going to work for them. A 4-run inning for the Royals. 2-0 pitch.
In a 5-0 game, he took him out after 4 2/3 after a Parker Meadows single. Keys for the Tigers to get to him today for some runs.
Same thing, grind the at-bats out. Don't let him establish that fastball up. You know, and if they hit his fastball, he's going to run into issues because he's going to have to run that off-speed sooner than he wants to. That's when guys tend to start hanging pitches a little bit more. Just get after him. They owe him one.
Parker Meadows takes first pitch fastball low and outside. Carpenter and Vierling to follow in the first. Lefties definitely had the edge against this righty. He's had a very solid season. ERA just below 3.50 in 31 starts. On the outside edge, changeup gets a swing and miss. Ramirez in tight at third. Same infield so far in all 4 games. Ramirez at third, right up to the edge of the grass. Shortstop Rocchio up the middle. Jimenez shades toward the hole at second. Naylor is off the line and deep at first. Meadows waiting on a 1-1 pitch. On the outside edge for a called strike 2. 3 for 11 for Meadows in this series. Hit a home run against the Astros. That was big. Got the scoring started in game 2 of the wild card series. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball up and away, but he really used that fastball effectively up in game 1.
He did, and he's got it. You know, he can run it up there with that 4-seam fastball. But if you lay off the one that's up, eventually he's going to have to go to something different.
The 2-2, swinging a fly ball, shallow into right center, late break, and that ball is going to fall. That's incredible. Throw to second base, not in time. How did that ball fall? Jimenez, Thomas, Brennan, all there, all good fielders. And I think Thomas especially got a very late break in center field. And Parker Meadows is at second to start the first.
Well, we saw yesterday the Guardians outfield didn't look so sure-footed. They were kind of in, back, up, down. It's a big ballpark, big crowd. But Thomas just didn't take over. Center fielder has priority in all situations. Yep, they got away with one there. Let it drop.
That ball has to be caught. Well, that gets the crowd into it right away. It's getting a little quiet in here. Carpenter steps to the plate. First pitch from Tanner Bybee. Fastball up and away. In game 1 in Cleveland. Carpenter had a line drive single, struck out. Those are the only 2 at-bats he had against Tanner Bybee. Green reached twice. He hit by a pitch and a single, and Mckinstry had a double. The 1-0, swinging a high fly ball that will go foul from shadow up into sunshine, down into the seats, a long way from home plate. It's just strike 1 for Tanner Bybee. I like the swing, though.
Yeah, no, he's looking heater. Kind of hung up a little breaking pitch up in the zone, and he was ready to attack. That's one thing this Tigers team has done well. Attacking more consistently early in the counts, trying to do damage early, get to 2 strikes, then battle.
Rocchio trying to shorten the lead of Meadows. 1-0 Cleveland in the first. The 1-1 swing and a pop-up. That's behind home plate. Naylor coming back, and he's just going to have a look at where it lands, right in the front row over the screen. For a moment, it looked like it'd be playable. Instead, it's just strike 2.
See location, though. That's a changeup that just floated up. That's where I wouldn't be shocked if they try to go heater up against Carey.
Really do kind of like this matchup of this Tigers offense. Even though they were shut out by Bybee in game 1, against Tanner Bybee. They've had success against him in his career. Before those 4 2/3 shutout innings, Carpenter calls time. A 5.30 career ERA in 6 starts. Tigers saw him 4 times this year. Then in game 1, this is the 6th time they have faced him. Scored 4 runs in a 4-inning start in May, 4 more runs in a 7-inning start here in July. 1-2, up and away, 96, not close. It's so important for the Tigers to answer back here in the first inning. After 3 singles, produced a run for Cleveland, snapped the Tigers' shutout streak at 20 consecutive innings over 3 games. Carpenter gets all that weight back on that left leg. The 2-2, up and away. Good discipline. They're trying to tease him off the plate. He's not biting. It's fastball, slider, curve, and change for Bybee. On the rubber, steps off. The slider is by far, by the numbers, by what opponents hit on each particular pitch, the slider is by far his best pitch, and his 4-seam fastball, which was trouble for the Tigers a few days ago, his most hittable pitch. It's the one we're watching today. Carpenter waiting. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a pop foul out of play. He poured the fastball in right at the belt.
That's where he wants to go. It worked for him last outing. If you can foul that pitch off or lay off of it if it gets higher than that, you'll be fine, because eventually he's got to come down a little bit. It's not easy to lay off that high one, though.
Meadows takes a short, cautious lead, 3-2, swing and a miss. And just as you say that, he went a little higher on the fastball and strikes out Carpenter. About 3 balls worth above where the last fastball was.
They were okay with walking him. That pitch wasn't even designed to be a strike. They were going up.
That's why that's a pitch you have to be able to lay off.
Yeah, he fouled off the one just a little bit lower than that. And then Naylor, you could see him standing up behind home plate a little bit.
Jimenez, now second baseman, will duck in behind Meadows, trying to shorten his lead with a righty Matt Vierling at the plate. First pitch to Vierling, high and outside, ball 1. They're making work, though, here in the first inning. Meadows saw 5 pitches. Carpenter just saw 7 pitches. Vierling grounded out twice to second base. See if he can shoot one through the right side against Tanner Bybee. The 1-0. Off the plate and in. Powered him in with the fastball. Just the 4-seam fastball does not have 2 types of fastballs. This is more of a fly ball pitcher. There are more balls in the air than on the ground. Does not get a lot of ground ball outs. See if Matt Vierling can lift one, get it to the outfield. The outfield plays going to go the opposite way just slightly. Bybee checks Meadows, the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a pop-up. To Jimenez at second base, just to the right of the bag on the dirt. He'll make the catch. Vierling pops out. 2 outs, a man on second, and that will leave it up to Riley Green.
They got a 2-0 count. That's his slider. That's the pitch Dan was talking about right there. He threw it in a 2-0 count. Vierling kind of lunged for it. I know looking back, he wishes he'd have just swung through it. But sometimes what your mind wants to do and what your body actually does are 2 different things.
Green drove home Meadows in the first inning yesterday. A nice piece of hitting. An off-speed pitch down, just a ground ball single into center field. First pitch from Tanner Bybee to Riley Green. Fastball high and away. Ball 1. Keith waiting on deck. 3 singles produced a run for Cleveland in the first. Guardians in their road grays with the block lettering Cleveland in red, outlined in black, outlined in red across the front. The 1-0. Swing and a high fly ball to left, not deep. Over and in Quan, little zigzag route, but he'll stop, make the catch near the line. Tigers get a leadoff double on a misplay, but Parker Meadows never advances past second base. We head to the second inning, 1-0 Cleveland on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
1 out away for Dylan Cease. Abrams to right field. Johnson coming in. He makes the catch. No hits for the Nats. Dylan Cease throws a no-hitter. The second no-hitter in Padres history. There'll be a sea of San Diegans celebrating back home today.
Dylan Cease has no-hit the Washington Nationals. On a rainy Thursday in D.C., the Padres will celebrate.
Tyler Fitzgerald, who's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games he's been in. Swing, and he hits a high drive deep to left field. And has he done it again? Yes, he has. Way back into the Dodger bullpen. Now that is an amazing feat. That's the 5th game in a row in which Tyler Fitzgerald has hit a home run.
Well, he gets a hanging breaking ball. You've been sitting upstairs to this guy right now. He's going to make you pay.
He swings, sends one high and deep to left. He's watching, so are 44,000 others. Oh, what a start for the Padres as Tatis leaves the building, and this place is on its feet. Padres lead it 2-0.
I'm telling you right now, Brandon Tatis did not wait. Saw the first pitch, and as soon as he hit it, he knew.
Rojas on the ground at third. Machado touches third, fires to second. Out at first. Oh my goodness! It's a triple play. It ends the ball game. The San Diego Padres have clinched their spot in the postseason after a magical 2024 campaign. What a way to wrap it up, and they will celebrate in LA tonight. 2 games back in the division. That's not over yet.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter! The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment!
After their win last night, Reese Olson came on. The first batter he faced, Lane Thomas, in game 1, hit a 3-run home run. After that, he faced 19 batters and was pretty darn good. First pitch stays up and away. Andres Jimenez at the plate. Gave up a single, a walk, a single. 3 of the first 6 reached, and then just 1 of the last 13 batters reached against Olson. See if he can dial it in here. Swinging a foul out of play. Both the 2 and 4 seam fastball for Reese Olson. Slider, curve that he doesn't throw much. He threw a good one second pitch of the game. Plus a changeup. Sinker is his best pitch along with the slider. Mckinstry's in tight at third right up to the edge of the cutout. Slider down and in. Check swing. He absolutely went. Adam Beck goes up with the right hand. 1 and 2 on Andres Jimenez. 7, 8, 9 hitters, a couple of lefties, and then the switch hitter Rocchio. Again, lefties had the slight edge against Reese Olson, a little higher average. They hit Olson for power much more than righties. 1-2, soft tap foul, and a curveball down. Curveball looks good tonight. And that could be a real weapon for him against this lefty-loaded lineup.
I think all of his off-speed's looking good. Changeup, curveball, slider, because it's location. If he keeps it down like he's doing right now, he'll be fine. Keep that down, work the fastball in and out, throw it up once in a while.
The 1-2 is swing and a miss. Slider, and again, kept it over the plate. Rogers has to throw it down to first to complete the strikeout on a pitch that bounced. So a strikeout putout goes 2-3 to complete the strikeout. Second strikeout. Both times at an off-speed pitch in the dirt.
That's all location. If Reese stays primed down that way, keep it down with the curveball, the slider, and the changeup, then work the fastball around the zone.
Fastball averages mid-90s for Reese Olson. Bo Naylor takes first pitch fastball 93 on the black away. Bo Naylor 0 for 6 so far in the 2 games. Hedges started 1 game. Naylor came in late. That was the 3-0 Tigers winning game 2 in Cleveland. The strike 1. Soft ground ball, foul. Curveball's got bite. I mean, it's starting shoulder high, and it's ending up below the knees.
Yeah, you can see by the hitters, too. They're starting their approach like that ball's going to be belt high, and then they have to adjust as they're starting to swing. Off-balanced.
The 0-2, swing and a miss. What a good sequence. Soft down, fastball up, wipes out Bo Naylor. No chance.
Yeah, that's one when you're walking back to the dugout. You kind of feel like you got owned a little bit. Been there, Bo, don't worry. That's how you pitch right there. That's a thing of beauty.
Brian Rocchio steps to the plate. About the same from both sides. He gets there in different ways. Gets to a very similar OPS in different ways. Backdoor slider, strike one. From the left side, draws more walks, more power from the right side. But just had a tough year at the plate. In this series, he's been a tough out for the Tigers with 3 hits, 3 for 9 with a walk. On the outside corner, curveball, strike two. He's starting to dial it in. Rocchio doesn't like what he sees, steps out.
It's frustrating when a guy hits the spot, and you're 0-2, and you haven't even taken the bat off your shoulder.
Backdoor slider, backdoor curveball. Rocchio batting lefty against the righty, hands tight to the left shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. The 0-2 swing and a foul right back our way, riding 94 at the top of the strike zone, above it. Actually, a pretty good foul from Rocchio. He throw a walk to get on base. It wasn't a base stealer. There's just not much pop in this bat at all. He has struggled all season. The 0-2 spins the curveball away. Crowd gets on their feet. Every time a count gets to 2 strikes. Green in left field is in and toward the line. Parker Meadows shades toward left center. Vierling's in right today after making that great play at third yesterday. He's in the right center field gap. Rogers setting up middle. The 1-2. Change up down. Rocchio's pretty disciplined. He's going to make you throw him a strike. Does not chase much. This is a Cleveland team that loves to swing the bat. They swing as much more than any team in the American League. But they don't swing and miss much. The 2-2 just missed off the plate inside. Properly called by Todd Titchener, but this crowd wanted it, and so did Reese Olson.
He had him set up for that little swing back, started in off the plate, just didn't quite make it all the way back to that inside corner.
Quick step back with the left foot, the 3-2 pitch, low and inside, and Rocchio draws another walk. No walk is a good walk, but the ones that start 0-2 are the ones that probably drive managers and pitching coaches the craziest.
You are not wrong about that. I mean, he fouled off a tough pitch up, laid off a tough changeup down, then Reese missed with one pitch. 3-2 kind of got away from him.
Brings up Kwan. He looks a lot like the guy we saw midsummer. He had a really tough finish. First pitch, fastball 94, bounces. Over his last 35 games, Kwan hit just 180 on the injured list. In September with some back issues, came off. Only had a couple of starts. But man, when he's going right, it's a magic wand. He can just drop line drives in anywhere. The 1-0. Fastball low, 2-0 on Kwan. All the misses. Perhaps a good sign so far. All the misses are low and generally over the plate. And on with 2 outs, Guardians with a 1-0 lead. We're in the second inning. Pitch count climbing for Olson. He's at 44. Kwan takes a slider strike at the knees on the inside corner. Olson working in relief, ended up working 5 innings in that game in Cleveland. 73 pitches. Remember, he's coming off the injured list. That's the most he has thrown, most pitches he's thrown since coming back. 2-1, swinging a long foul fly and a slider down and in. That's about all he could do with that. Hook it foul deep down the line. He broke his back.
Another good spot. If you're going to miss, that's a good spot to miss with. Like you said, there's not much you can do with that pitch. As it coming in on you, you just kind of got to turn your body and rush the bat to it, which gets the bat head way out in front of your body and leads to a long-ish, mid-range strike.
Sweeney at shortstop, shades up the middle. The outfield plays Kwan to go the opposite way. Kind of normal depth. Green's in a little bit in left field and toward the line. The 2-2 pitch and swing and a pop-up. Softly into center field. Sweeney backpedals, makes the catch. A little stumble there, but he made the catch in the end. A couple of strikeouts and a walk, and then Kwan, the soft pop-up to end the second. The Guardians have made Olson work hard through 2. We go to the bottom of the second inning. 1-0 Cleveland. This is the home.
Profar at second, nobody out for Manny Machado.
Machado hits one to right center field. Back goes Rodriguez looking out. Manny Machado stands alone as the Padres all-time home run leader. Man, oh man, oh man.
There's a fly ball to right. And that is going to be way gone. Churio sends one out of here to make it 3-0. Jackson Churio with serious opposite field pop. Number 20 for the 20-year-old.
Youngest player in MLB history to record 20-plus homers, 20-plus stolen bases.
It's incredible.
2-0, there's the swing and a high fly ball towards the right field corner. Fair or foul towards the pole. It's off the pole and gone. Pavin Smith, his 5th of the year. Pavin swings. That's belted. Deep left field. Alvarez turns, walks, it's gone.
A grand slam. Second home run. Hang on. He's done it again. Pavin Smith, 3 homers.
Here's Alonso now. Lindor at third, Nimmo at first. The pitch. Swing and a ball drilled. Right field. Freeling back. At the wall. Out of here! It's out of here! Alonso an opposite field home run. And the Mets have the lead. Pete Alonso, the polar bear, takes Devin Williams deep. And here in the 9th, the comeback kids have done it again.
No runs, no hits, 1 error. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, showdown. 7 no-hit innings. Nate Pearson, the new pitcher on the mound. There's a bouncer to short, fielded by Swanson. He'll throw to first to get him. 8 no-hit innings. Porter Hodge on the mound.
You'll see him start putting the bats together. Just put pressure on the defense. That's really, at this point in the game, put pressure on Bybee, put pressure on that defense, have good solid at-bats. Look to drive the ball early. If you get to 2 strikes, battle up, try to put something in play.
Outfield used to playing in one of the smallest outfields by square footage in Cleveland, and they definitely have struggled in the first 2 games here. Keith batting, first pitch, fastball high and away. I like the strike zone early from Todd Tichenor. It's accurate. Not giving much off either side, above or below. Keith had a single in the game yesterday. First hit of the postseason. What I like about his at-bats at 1-0, fastball runs away from the lefty. He's walked 5 times and struck out 4 times. That's, to me, Eddie, just a sign that he's not jumpy. He's not being overly aggressive. Just hasn't had a lot of hits fall yet. Line drive single yesterday, 2-0 pitch. Off speed, the slider at the bottom rail gets a called strike, 2-1. Torkelson, Mckinstry to follow here in the 2nd inning. Time for dollars on deck. If Spencer Torkelson, who doubled yesterday, gets a hit this inning, Northfield Lumber donates to Detroit Blightbusters. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's #1 Trex dealer. Tanner Bybee, kind of the old veteran move there. I can't hear PitchCom.
There's something, no buzz, no.
You wouldn't believe how bad this audio is right now.
I mean, that's something that I'm sure they didn't have that. Nobody's in charge of making sure that's working before the game. In a postseason game, they kind of just throw them out there. Which one? I don't know. This one's got a little rust on it. Throw that one out there. Yeah.
Pretty soon
they definitely use that to their advantage.
Yeah. Pretty soon it's going to be PitchCom device not working. So that would be what? PCDNW.
Yeah.
Like mound visits remaining, you're going to have
you get
that.
2 a game. 2 a game.
They've used 1. We're going to track it. Good hitters count for Cole Keith. Bybee into his motion, the 2-1. Away, up and away. 3-1 on Keith. Torkelson waiting on deck. 31 starts for Bybee this year. The .350 ERA we mentioned. Low walk rate, just barely above 2. And almost 10 strikeouts per 9. The 3-1. Low, he walked him.
That's a really good take. That's a really good changeup. Starts middle. And as it worked down, I mean, that barely didn't catch the bottom of the zone. But you said he's been patient.
Sixth walk, Colt Keith has drawn. What does that double yesterday for Torkelson do for him?
We're about to find out right now.
Tack a first pitch fastball. First pitch, perfect slider at the knee, strike one. 1-0 Cleveland in the second inning.
Postseason pitching is just a little different, isn't it? Get that 3-1 changeup just below the zone. 0-0 slider on the black down.
The strike one. Middle of the plate for strike two, and that's the pitch you were talking about. The Tigers got better at attacking.
Yeah, that's a tough one there to let go by. Center cut slider.
Short, cautious lead for Keith at first. He's going to draw a throw. The throw bounces off of Naylor, kicked high in the air, but it didn't bounce away from him. Just kind of to his right a little bit. No chance for Keith to advance. This entire Cleveland staff does a very good job. Boy, Naylor was lucky.
No, that's a call. That's a kick save right there.
Yeah, he stuck his foot out to block that pitch or the throw in the dirt.
That was like a goalie over there.
He's like, that can't get by me.
No.
If it did,
that's trouble.
Keith's on third. Torkelson behind, no balls, 2 strikes. Bibby's working middle of the rubber. Sets the 0-2. Off the plate away. This is the difference in a good, accurate strike zone. You can take pitches with some confidence. And we just saw, let's face it, the strike zone was just too big yesterday, and you didn't know what was going to be called the strike. But that's the value of a good strike zone. Just off the plate, half a ball's width, called properly, ball one. Torkelson now waiting on a 1-2. Up and in. Stands him up with the fastball. As a hitter, did you just always assume they would go right back, slider away after standing you up?
Usually. I mean, that's the the playbook, the traditional playbook. If they go up there, he's thrown up 3 sliders already. You go in to go right back away.
And this is where Spencer Torkelson has really worked hard on being more disciplined. He asks and gets time. Coming back from Toledo. That was a pitch that was causing him all kinds of problems, chasing sliders away. He was getting pitched away a ton. He either laid off or attacked pitches that were out over the plate away. See if he can get something up over the plate on the 2-2. On the way. Down and away. Laid off a changeup. 3-2.
That's an interesting pitch call. Changeup. You think they'll go slider, back to the slider here, you'd imagine.
I can't picture anything else. Tigers down a run, trying to do something about it. Leadoff man on. Torkelson waiting on a 3-2. Keith, short, cautious lead. The 3-2 pitch, swinging a line drive, base hit into center. And Keith will head over to third. Throw goes to second base. Runners at the corners. Nobody out here in the second.
Does that answer your question, Dan? How is Spencer Torkelson feeling after a double yesterday? Working the at-bat, gets a slider down and away, stays on it for days. Stay on it, Torque. He says, I will, Andy. Pow. Good base running by Cole Keith, too. Saw it off the bat. Good read. Here we go.
And that's the improvement in Torkelson.
That's
since
it.
He has come back from the minor
Staying
league.
on that pitch, down and away.
That brings up Mckinstry, 4 for 13 in his career against Tanner Bibee. First pitch way up and away. Changeup misses big. Tigers put pressure on Bibee 3 different innings in Cleveland in game 1. Did not ever get to him. He was out after 4 2/3. Now they're putting pressure on. Runner in scoring position in the first, didn't score. Runners at the corners, nobody out here in the second, down a run. The 1-0. Fastball paints the black for a called strike away from Mckinstry. Again, not a guy who gets a lot of ground balls. Balls hit on the ground. He gets very few double plays turned behind him. Rocchio at short up the middle. Ramirez in tight at third. Even with the bag, the 1-1. Fastball up and away. Good hitters count. Mckinstry doubled off Bibee 5 days ago in Cleveland.
They get to nibbling. He's missing big now. That's ball out of hand.
Keith coming down the line at first. Torkelson takes his lead at first. The 2-1 up and away. Guided the changeup to home plate. 3-1. Crowd getting on their feet here at Comerica Park. Mckinstry stays right in that left-handed batter's box, upright, relaxed stance. Extends the hands away from the left shoulder. The 3-1, up and away, walked him. Missed with a fastball after the changeup. Bases loaded, nobody out for Trey Sweeney.
Those muscle fibers tend to get a little tighter when the crowd gets into it. Postseason juice starts happening. Missing high and arm side, high and arm side, high and arm side. Can't get down through it.
I was asking you yesterday after the game what a loud crowd can do for you and when you're on the road. And you said it can actually physically affect you.
Yeah, your brain, there's only so many synapses that can be synapsizing in your brain. And when it gets so loud, you can't even think. Like, it's like your body's in motion, but you can't comprehend everything that's going on. And you're just running on pure instinct. And a lot of times that's when that fear mechanism comes in. You're a little tighter. You're not as loose. You're not comfortable. And this is why putting pressure on a team like the Guardians right now is huge for the Tigers. The more pressure you put on these guys, the more chances there are for a mistake.
Carl Willis goes out. Yesterday was the first time the Tigers had played in front of a crowd that was cheering for them. They had played very well on the road. That was one of the most impressive things about how they played the first 4 games in Houston, in Cleveland. Just the same Tigers team we're used to seeing. Now Trey Sweeney, bases loaded and nobody out at the plate. The first pitch from Bybee, swing and a high fly ball, center field, deep enough to get the run home. Thomas toward left center, makes the catch. Colt Keith will tag and score. Throw goes to third. Tigers have tied it at 1. Trey Sweeney gets the run home. Huge to tie it up.
Listen to that crowd. Nice job by Sweeney. That's a fastball in. He's not trying to pull the ball. You can tell he's trying to work the big part of the field. That's what you want in that situation. Plenty of pop. Gets it out there plenty far enough. Now you got one of the hottest postseason hitters on this Tigers roster about to come up to the plate.
Jake Rogers just keeps getting big hit after big hit. 2 for 7 in this series. Double in the game yesterday. Plus 3 walks. Trying to deliver the lead. 1-1 game in the second. First pitch, swing and a line drive. Caught it short, and Torkelson doubled off. And just like that, Tigers' threat is over. They settle for 1, but they tie it up. We head to the third in a 1-1 game in Game 4 of the Division Series. On the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know.
That is pounded deep out to left. The walk-off slam for Wyatt Langford.
Steps up here in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded and just unleashes on Clay Holmes with a game-winning walk-off grand slam home run.
A wild adventure this one was tonight.
Play flagged down by Hoskins, leads over to Payuk, safe. We're tied up at 4. Vientos slices one the other way. It's a 2-run single for Vientos, and the Mets have a 6-4 lead. Grounds one through the right side. That's a base hit. JD Martinez off the bench knocks in 2, and the Mets have opened up an 8-4 lead.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter! The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment!
That will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
Here's Ohtani. Pitches in the dirt. Ohtani stolen second. 43rd for Ohtani. Driven the other way. Gurriel in the trap. Gurriel to the wall. It's gone! Shohei with another shot. His 43rd. One of each tonight. Make it 43 and 43 in his hunt for history.
2-0, there's the swing.
Here already. Kyle Manzardo leads off for the Guardians. First pitch fastball, check swing, and he did not go. Torkelson on the line drive did take a step toward third, but even if he hadn't,
still would have been close.
I don't think he would have gotten back. Second baseman Jimenez was shaded up the middle. Manzardo takes a breaking ball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-3-4 hitters. Manzardo, Ramirez, Naylor. 1-1 tied. Tigers tie it up. We're in the top of the third inning. Olsen's 1-1. Swinging a shot up the middle. Kind of a cue job getting around it. Sweeney will throw it to Torkelson. That's a really good play because I'm guessing that ball had some serious spin as Sweeney was gloving it.
Yeah, that thing sounded like a top coming off there. Spinning around like crazy. Sweeney gets around it, sets his feet, makes a good strong throw. Fundamentals.
One of the impressive things about Reese Olson is he really didn't get rehab starts. Ramirez takes a strike because there wasn't the luxury of time.
Yeah.
He missed 8 weeks, almost 2 months exactly, with the shoulder injury from July to the end of September. Swinging a ground ball deep first, backhanded by Torkelson, underhand flip to Reese Olson to get Ramirez. Always good to get the dangerous Jose Ramirez out. We'll say it every time they get him out. So from late July to mid-September, that's how long he was out. Again, he just had a little bit of time down in the minor leagues, but they basically had to get him back up to speed at the major league level. And that's what's been, I think, so impressive. He's gone 2 innings, 3 innings, 4 innings, and 5 innings, which is exactly what you might have hoped to do on a rehab assignment. Soft ground ball foul off the bat of Josh Naylor. 1-1 tie. We're in the third.
Trying to get everything dialed back in while you're in the big leagues is not easy. You know, and you can see some of his breaking pitches weren't quite as sharp when he first came back, but it's now that he's dialing it in, he's keeping that ball down, filling it up with strikes. That's the Reese Olson that we all know.
Strike one. Changeup moves away from the lefty Bo Naylor. Naylor so far 3 for 12 in the series. The 2 guys you worry about the most because of the power component are Ramirez and Naylor. Quan is just irritating because he gets on base all the time. Mostly singles and walks. The 1-1 ground ball passed. A diving Colt Keith into right field. Fielded by Matt Vierling. Ground ball single for Naylor. But this is the other thing that you notice with Tiger pitchers. Big power hitters on the other side. If they get on, it's usually singles. Let's pause for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. That brings up Lane Thomas. First pitch fastball low and outside. 1-1 game. We're in the third inning. Ground ball single to right on a fastball for Thomas. We're going to still play him the same way, which is Colt Keith up the middle. Left side of the infield, just about straight up. Thomas much better against lefties than righties. The 1-0, change up down. Disciplined hitter. That's a good take. 2-0 on Thomas, an average walk rate. Pretty high strikeout rate. Picked up in a trade from Washington at the trade deadline. Numbers dropped with Cleveland, but really that was part of an offense. Everybody's numbers dropped in the second half except Ramirez. Line drive, base it into center. He's had some good at-bats in this series. Meadows charges, fields on a couple of hops, gets it into Sweeney. A couple of 2-out singles in the third inning after you got by Jose Ramirez. And now Will Brennan steps to the plate. That'll bring Chris Fetter out to the mound, and we'll start to see some stirring, and I think somebody's about to start throwing in that Tigers bullpen. Sean Gunther is up and throwing. The hurry-up call. You would have thought that Gunther Holton's going to get the early call, and most likely it wasn't going to be Holton.
Yeah.
6 lefties in the lineup. That's why it's so key if Reese Olson can put up the 0 here. It'll be interesting to see how long. I think if he puts up the 0 here, pitch count is climbing towards 60. If he can get a quick out, you would think he comes back out for the 4th inning.
You would think.
You got 2 pockets of lefties. 6, 7, 8 hitters are all lefties. 1, 2, 4 hitters are lefties. Brennan, all of his damage has come against righties this year, hit 280. Not much power in this bat. First pitch to the lefty, bounces up to home plate, backhanded and blocked in the end by Jake Rogers, ball 1. But Sean Gunther is not messing around. He got up and he started letting it loose. He's getting warm quick. I mean, this could potentially be the last batter of the day for Reese Olson. 1-1 game in the 3rd. 2 on, 2 outs, the 1-0 to Brennan. Swing and a miss, a tight, sharp, late breaking slider at the knees. Meadows in center shades toward left center. Riley Green is in and toward the line in left. Sweeney shades up the middle, straight up on the right side for Keith and Torkelson. Upright, relaxed stance. Brennan cocks the bat over the left shoulder as the pitch comes in. Fastball, a little bit low. Properly called, though, by Todd Titchener.
Yeah, he's on it. That ball is about an inch low.
Olson working toward the third base side of the rubber. Big 2-1 pitch on the way. Fastball low. 3 singles in the first inning produced a run for Cleveland. A walk in the second inning, but a couple of punch-outs for Olson now with 2 out spaces empty. Naylor and Thomas have singled, and this might be the last batter for Reese Olson. The 3-1, swinging a line foul. Slider down and in. Hooked it well foul down the first baseline. Now the runners have a chance to take off on the 3-2.
Gonna run back to the changeup here.
I would.
Keep the changeup down. See if you can get him to swing through it.
Very aggressive hitter, and he makes contact. He will not walk unless you miss big. And he usually makes contact. 3-2, runners go. Swing and a miss. Got him with the curveball. Beautiful pitch from Reese Olson to strand 2 base runners and end the 3rd inning. Tigers bat in the 3rd in a 1-1 game, trying to move on to the American League Championship Series with a win tonight.
High fly ball, left field. Cows are back. He's on the track. See ya! Home run number 58. A towering drive.
Judge hit an unbelievably high drive. We waited, and it came down in the visitors' bullpen. A judgy at last. All right, here comes the judge.
Swing and a drive, deep toward left. Number 2,000, a home run. Paul Goldschmidt's first career hit came in 2011 against Matt Cain. Number 1,000 against German Marquez and the Colorado Rockies 7 years ago. And tonight, July 26, 2024, number 2,000 against Kyle Finnegan. A 2-run homer.
Walk and a single to start the inning. Runners still at first and second with 2 away. Here's a 2-1. There's a throw. It's a ball. Was there any doubt? Shohei Ohtani arrives in October with a 3-run home run. Top of the zone tomahawk. He's proven to be inevitable. We saw him tear it up down the stretch. We saw him loosen the lid on his emotions, too. We saw it on that home run.
There's a swing and a high fly ball towards the right field corner. Fair or foul towards the pole. It's off the pole and gone. Pavin Smith, his 5th of the year. Pavin swing. That's belted. Deep left field. Alvarez turns, walks. It's gone.
A grand slam. Second home run. Hang on. He's done it again. Pavin Smith, 3 homers.
Tyler Fitzgerald, who's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games he's been in. Swing, and he hits a high drive deep to left field. And has he done it again? Yes, he has. Way back into the Dodger bullpen. Now that is an amazing feat. That's the 5th game in a row in which Tyler Fitzgerald has hit a home run.
Well, he gets a hanging breaking ball. You've been sitting upstairs to this guy right now, and he's going to make you pay.
80 degrees, crystal clear skies. We start
Lead off. Daniela, you had a nice chat with Parker today just about the quality of the at-bats the Tigers have been putting together.
Yeah, and this young team, which has been a story since the end of the regular season leading through the playoffs, just no experience with the intensity and the magnified at-bats in the postseason.
First pitch to Meadows, breaking ball fouled straight back, strike one.
And he said what this team has done throughout the postseason and leading into it has been celebrating some of the small things that don't always look so magnificent on the score sheet, right? So if a guy grounds out but he advances the runner, they celebrate that like it's a home run.
Ground ball to second base, down to a knee to field that the Gold Glover Jimenez flips to Naylor. 1 up, 1 down, 3rd inning. Meadows grounds out.
And especially in this series, that's a lot of what we've seen from the Tigers, getting the leadoff man on, getting a guy on base, able to advance them to second, then a single, then a sac fly like we just saw from Trey Sweeney, the way that they're able to manufacture the runs. And yeah, it's been impressive for a team that's this young.
It really is. And, you either got to hit them over the fence or manufacture them. Those are your options. And they're doing a good job taking some walks. They can just score in a lot of different ways, and they put it on display this postseason.
Carpenter batting, first pitch away. They talk about how they handle, and we talked about it. You talked about with Torkelson after the game yesterday with his double. He was 0 for 14 with 9 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Going into that at bat. The 1-0 to Carpenter, swing and a miss. Woo, way out ahead of a changeup. 1 ball, 1 strike. How you handle, because those numbers get so magnified, just tuning that out.
Yeah, at some point it's like you have to realize that the only at bat that matters is the one that you're currently in. In the postseason, that's the truest of all. The guy who's 0 for 20 can hit the big hit to win the game. So nobody remembers how 0 for you were if you get a big hit in the postseason.
And so you really just don't pay attention to it or try not to. A swing and a miss.
And it's so varied. Like there's no rhyme or reason. You see the guys who are the best in the league all year long have terrible postseasons. And you see guys who are just kind of limping through the season have huge postseasons. So it's like what pitches guys get matters. They're going to pitch your best hitters really tough.
The 1-2, check swing, foul out of play. Well back third base side. 1-1 tie. We're in the bottom of the 3rd.
You don't get a run from what you struggled with during the season. Like the scouting reports are as good as they're going to be. You played 162 games. You have 300, 400, 500 at bats. These teams know what you're capable of and what you're not.
Carpenter waiting on a 1-2, struck out on a high fastball first time up. Bobby into his motion, the pitch, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That was a curveball in the dirt. Naylor will throw down to his brother, Bodinot, to Josh to complete the strikeout. Carpenter strikes out for the 2nd time. Fastball up, curveball down this time. The only 2 strikeouts for Tanner Bybee. But that's a good point. I mean, you very much in the postseason, if it's a long stretch of unproductive at-bats in the regular season, all right, I got a couple of hits in this game in August. That's great. But if you do that in the postseason, you can deliver a win. That means all the difference. Fastball up and in. Veerling raises his hands up out of the way. Strike 1.
Dan, I think it's interesting you bring up Spencer Torkelson, too, because Matt Veerling specifically referenced Spencer Torkelson in his at-bat in Game 2 in Cleveland that ultimately led to the home run.
Strike 1, swinging a foul out of play.
And I believe it was a walk. I'd have to go back and check. Yeah, but I believe he draws a walk, and that sets up that entire inning, and that's something that his teammates are seeing, right? It may not, look that great on the score sheet. He just drew a walk, but they remember that, and they'll always remember that.
Yeah, that set up the dramatics.
Yeah.
For Andy Ibanez. The 0-2. Slider. Woo-wee. Tanner Bybee was walking it off.
He wanted it. It was there.
He
was
arguably
close.
had it.
Yeah. Right on the bottom rail. Down and away. Perfect pitch. Little away. Maybe.
I like how Todd Titchener kind of cocked his head like, no. The wind up, the 1-2. Ground ball to short. Roki 0-2 is left field's a knee-high bounce, flips it over to Naylor in a 1-2-3 3rd inning after the Tigers had made Tanner Bybee work hard through the first 2. We head to the 4th inning. Tigers trying to eliminate the Cleveland Guardians of the win tonight.
ball, a pop-up really, down the right field line in foul territory. Oh, what an effort by Jimenez as he goes flying into the netting. Jimenez caught that ball and got it back into the infield.
Unbelievable. No fear whatsoever, and they have called for the trainer to come down there. He is still into the seating area.
He swings, sends one high and deep to left. He's watching, so are 44,000 others. Oh, what a start for the Padres as Tatis leaves the building, and this place is on its feet. Padres lead it 2-0.
I'm telling you right now, Brandon Tatis did not wait. Saw the first pitch, and as soon as he hit it, he knew.
That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. His second home run of the game, and a high fly ball in deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber's third home run of the night. Unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement. Broken now, right field, and Gunnar Henderson has gone yard again to start the game. And with that, Gunnar Henderson holds the new single-season title for home runs by an Orioles shortstop. Move over Cal and move over Miguel Tejada. It's now Gunnar Henderson's world.
4 runs so far through 3 2/3. This ball skied into left field. That'll send Austin Hayes back. He's near the wall. He looks up. It's gone. That ball scalded to center field. Jordan crushes one to straightaway center. Chazzy Fizz followed up by Jordan with a smash to center. 3 in a row. The big man is on fire. 3 straight home runs. A laser beam over the wall in center.
And a 1-2 to Vientos.
Probably, I would imagine he wants Holton for Quan.
1 through 4.
Yep.
And it'll be mix and match time. But if Tyler Holton is up and throwing now, I think that is exactly the plan. Andres Jimenez, left-handed batter, tries to bunt his way on a power bunt. Torkelson over. He's going to make the catch. Wow, you really have to try to get that kind of contact on a bunt attempt. That went 45 feet, 50 feet in the air, and that allowed Torkelson to run underneath it. 1 pitch, 1 out, 4th inning. Thank you.
Yeah, it was a slap shot. Try to go top rail in the goal. He popped that thing up. What was the launch angle on that? I mean, that's a bunt with a severe launch angle the wrong way.
68, something like that. Bo Naylor batting. Again, the lineup. I think Lane Thomas now has to be included in the, just because we're seeing quality at bats. 1 through 5, I would say, is pretty tough.
Yeah.
The lineup becomes more pitchable 6 through 9. I think Manzardo became pitchable kind of down the stretch, even though he did come up with some big home runs, especially in that Minnesota series. 1-0 pitch, swinging a foul, straight back. Good fastball, good spot. Away from Bo Naylor.
That bunt attempt was 63 degrees.
Close.
You were on it.
Naylor really struggles against lefties, but his production against righties, not much better. 200 little power, swinging a foul straight back. Major improvements, though. I'm sure, I mean, you couldn't help but notice the offensive production dropped off from his 200 at-bat debut last year. Hit 240, but it was 240, a lot of walks, nice power. This year, 200, not much power. The 1-2. Curveball bounced in front of home plate, backhanded by Jake Rogers. Did not try to frame it, though. Just backhanded it. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Can't bring that one back.
But Bo Naylor did make nice improvements defensively in a lot of different categories. His framing, blocking, 2-2, ground ball to second. Cole Keith charges, knee-high bounce, fielded off to the glove side. From about 15 feet away, little underhand flip to Spencer Torkelson. 2 up, 2 down, 1-1 game. We're in the 4th inning. 4th inning is brought to you by Rocket Mortgage. Buy, sell, finance, and save. Today's game Brought to you in part by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, the official healthcare provider of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Tigers trying to eliminate the Guardians and move on to the American League Championship Series against either the Yankees or the Kansas City Royals. First pitch to Brian Rocchio, swinging a foul out of play. Well back third base side. A run in the first inning for Cleveland on 3 singles against Reese Olson. Tigers scored bases loaded. Nobody out in the second. Big opportunity. Walk, single walk, sacrifice fly, and that's all they got out of the big threat. Strike one fastball up.
Reese done a nice job limiting damage by keeping the ball down. They got 5 hits, but nothing really of the extra base variety.
Mckinstry even the base at third, rest of the infield back to 1-1, swinging a foul to the screen. And again, that's what was so impressive about this Tigers pitching staff. From August the 3rd, it was more than 50 games to the end of the season, a 2.75 ERA. Opponents at 200 and slugging percentage, barely 300. The 1-2, swinging a line drive to right field, hit it hard, veering back, couple of steps, turns, makes a catch. Right where the wall angles out in right field. Another good swing from Brian Rocchio. He's a pain, but it's the 3rd out of the 4th inning. That might be the end of the day for Reese Olson. In the end, he limits the damage to a single run in the first.
2-0 pitch. A drive to deep left field. This ball is on its way. This ball is gone. The 1-2. Line into right. It's going to drop for a base hit. Gurriel is being waved home. Pham comes through. The Royals take the lead. Through the hole, another base hit. Verdugo fires toward the plate. No play there. And they may tack something on here. Soto fires toward the plate. That's not going to work for them. A 4-run inning for the Royals.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way. 105.5.
I can't believe my eyes.
No, that's not even on the FM dial.
That was unreal.
I don't even know if I want to high five him. He might not be rated the next week.
Well, light your hand on fire. At least. 105.5. Punch out Tommy Edman.
One out away for Dylan Cease. Abrams to right field. Johnson coming in. He makes the catch. No hits for the Nats. Dylan Cease throws a no-hitter. The second no-hitter in Padres history. There'll be a sea of San Diegans celebrating back home today.
Dylan Cease has no-hit the Washington Nationals. On a rainy Thursday in D.C., the Padres will celebrate.
That is pounded deep out to left. The walk-off slam for Wyatt Langford.
Steps up here in the bottom of the 9th with the bases loaded and just unleashes on Clay Holmes with a game-winning walk-off grand slam home run.
A wild adventure this one was tonight.
Fly ball, a pop-up really, down the right field line in foul territory. Oh, what an effort by Jimenez as he goes flying into the netting. Jimenez caught that ball and got it back into the infield.
Unbelievable. No fear whatsoever, and they have called for the trainer to come down there. He is still into the seating area.
There goes Ohtani.
One of the great stories in baseball this year because of where they came from. Reaching mid-August, 8 games below the 500 mark, a 31-11 finish with a roster that has 12 rookies on it. And they are 1 win away from advancing to the American League Championship Series. Riley Green, first pitch, slider at the belt, strike 1. Green, Keith, Torkelson here in the 4th inning. Fly ball to left field first time up for Green. Left side of the infield shifts to the right, but not severely on Green. They know he can use all fields. Breaking ball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is kind of like the start in Cleveland where Bobby had to pitch out of trouble. 3 of the 5 innings, runners in scoring position. The 1-1. Backdoors him with a perfect 88-mile-an-hour slider, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he's been hitting some spots.
This Guardians outfield is playing very deep on all Tiger hitters. The 1-2. Swinging a line drive, base hit, 1 hop off the dirt into center field. Thomas will come in and field it. Leadoff single for Green here in the 4th.
Nice job by Riley. No good pitches to hit. It's 96 up, right at the belt. Gets on top of it, drives it through the middle. And that's what you got to do. I mean, in postseason baseball, they're not just going to put it on a platter. These at-bats are tough, especially for guys like Riley. When, you know, the better hitters on the team tend to get pitched very tough in the postseason. Kind of take what they give you.
Yeah, I mean, who are they targeting today? Carpenter and Green probably especially, right?
Absolutely. Don't let those guys beat you is what they're saying.
Keith takes a fastball up. That's what Green saw early in the year when he faced Cleveland. Most games he didn't have much around him. There wasn't a Kerry Carpenter around or Parker Meadows. Really most of the guys who are around him now. And the Guardians pitch him very tough. The 1-0 to Cole Keith. Paints the black with a fastball away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ramirez deep and off the line at third. Bullpen gets busy. Cade Smith, who gets the call every game, is up and throwing. And the Guardians bullpen, the outfield plays Keith to go the opposite way, just slightly, pretty deep on him. The 1-1, half cut. That was a funky swing on a fastball away.
Well, I mean, you know, Colt's been standing up there. He got a 3-1 changeup below the zone. He walked last time. Hasn't seen anything over the plate. Eventually, you're like, man, he's got to come in here. You get a little antsy. You want to swing. You want to play some baseball, do some damage, and he just keeps throwing it just out of the zone, just out of the zone.
1-2 swing and a tap foul. Same pitch. Just got a piece of it to extend the at bat.
Those pitchers, they want to take advantage of your anxiousness, especially at this level. Because I mean, in these situations, you're in front of 44,000. You want to show everybody what you got, show them where you come from, and they don't throw you the pitches that you need to be able to do that. Eventually, you're going to be like, well, I can hit that one.
See if he can take one to left field. The 1-2. Way inside, big miss. Naylor was setting up away. Changeup was pulled down and in. 1-1 game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Torkelson waiting on deck. Singled his first time up. Keith waiting on a 2-2. Upright, relaxed stance. Bybee's 2-2. Got him. He froze him with a fastball. Middle of the plate, down.
I got to think about that off-speed breaking ball down. He took that change-up 3-1 last at bat that would have started about in that same spot. This one happened to be the 96-mile-an-hour heater. Just kind of stays bottom rail. That's a good pitch right there.
Time for dollars on deck. If Spencer Torkelson standing at the plate gets a hit, this inning, Northville Lumber donates to Detroit Blightbusters. Northville Lumber is Michigan's #1 Trex dealer. 1-1 game in the 4th. Torkelson swing, tap foul. Over into the Tigers dugout on the third base side. 6-pitch battle first time up. Torkelson flared a single into center field, right over second base. He's slightly flexed, upright stance, hands tight to the right shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. The strike 1. A little bit low. Change up misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch count is still decently low for Tanner Bybee. 58 pitches. Pitch counts brought to you by Tiger Law. All they do is win. The 1-1. Ground ball to second base. Should be 2. Jimenez to Rocchio to Naylor. 4-6-3. Inning-ending double play. We head to the 5th. 1-1 game. Reese Olson got the handshake. Tyler Holton will be coming on. 1-1 after 4 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Detroit baseball is back in the playoffs. And at Ford, we understand what...
There goes Ohtani. Pitches in the dirt. Ohtani's stolen second. 43rd for Ohtani. Driven the other way. Gurriel on the track. Gurriel on the wall. It's gone! Shohei with another shot. His 43rd. One of each tonight. Make it 44. This time, it's 3-1 San Diego. Merrill, center field. Harris back. He can't get it. San Diego has opened it up here in the second. They lead it 5-1. And what a shot from Merrill.
Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos. Into left field. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens. 1 apiece. Castellanos, the hero.
Slider. That's a hanger. 2 strikes. You cannot make that mistake. Trying to make it too good. He hangs it. Castellanos does it right away. The Philly crowd do it right away.
Unbelievable game. One of the best games I've ever seen.
This was an instant classic.
Sends one high and deep to left. He's watching, so are 44,000 others. Oh, what a start for the Padres as Tatis leaves the building, and this place is on its feet. Padres lead it 2-0.
I'm telling you right now, Brandon Tatis did not wait. Saw the first pitch, and as soon as he hit it, he knew.
Is pounded deep out to left. The walk-off slam for Wyatt Langford.
Steps up here in the bottom of the ninth with the bases loaded and just unleashes on Clay Holmes with a game-winning walk-off grand slam home run.
A wild adventure this one was tonight.
Lawrence Butler time.
Yesterday, 5th, 6th, first batter of the 7th.
Yep. He just knows. AJ just plays to the situation. What's the most important out right now? And it's this one that's currently happening. Who's the best guy for the spot? Let's roll with him.
First pitch to Stephen Kwan, up and away. He starts him off with a slider away. Interesting thinking about something that John Smoltz and Joe Davis were talking about a couple of days ago, the 1-0 fastball away, that we talk about how often when a batter gets to face a starting pitcher a third time, that's advantage hitter usually. John Smoltz said we don't often talk about facing a reliever a third time in a short series. 2-0, swinging a fly ball left field. Riley Green sits down into his stance and comes in a few steps to his right, makes a catch. Stephen Kwan, soft fly ball to left. And it's something that I don't think about much because it never happens during the regular season. You never see a reliever 3 times in a 3-game series, or really even a 4-game series, except for the rare occasion. And the numbers backed it up. When a hitter in a 5-game series sees a reliever for a third time over the last 5 years, those hitters have hit .290 with power. Swing and a miss, good sweeper away. And I asked Tyler Holden about that today. He said, I'm sure they're keeping an eye on that, meaning A.J. Hinch and Chris Fetter. But he said, for me, it's just, I'm going to keep attacking. Ground ball to first. Big hop for Torkelson. Over to the bag. Light tap with the right foot. Manzardo grounds out, 2 up, 2 down, 5th inning of a 1-1 game.
Then you look at big sample sizes, you're talking about all relievers. Not all relievers have 5 or 6 pitches. Tyler Holden can mix it up in a lot of different ways. A lot of guys are 2-pitch.
Yeah.
2-trick ponies out of the bullpen. Their fastball slider, their fastball splitty, there's something like that. Holden can throw like 12 different pitches.
And the second appearance for him in the series, pitch away. Ramirez at the plate. Sorry, third appearance. He, of course, started game 1. The 1-0 pitch to Jose Ramirez, swinging a fly ball to left. Forget about it. Way back and gone. We talked about how he's been a monster from the right side, and he crushed that one on the line. An absolute no-doubter. And the Guardians take a 2-1 lead in the 5th.
Yeah, you saw Ramirez getting frustrated in this series. You know, he grounded out his last at bat, and you could see visibly he was angry. He's mad at himself. Feels like he should be playing better, getting some more hits. Right here, he gets a changeup that just stays out over the middle of the plate and deposits it, man. That was a no-doubter there. Just 1 run, though, Dan.
That's it.
If you're going to give one up, that's the time to give it up.
Man, he crushed that. Naylor swings and lines one foul. Down the right field line, deep but foul. 2-1 Guardians in the fifth.
That's what we talk about, keeping those pitches down, especially with the off-speed. Those off-speed pitches that kind of stay up a little bit, those are the ones that get hit hard.
Well, he really did it. He threw some good change-ups closing that game out yesterday. Naylor takes the pitch low. And when he faced Ramirez in Cleveland, when he started the game one, he got a ground ball softly to third that was just misplayed by Zach McKinstry. 1-1, swing and miss, fastball up. He finished the game off yesterday, a 1-2-3 ninth inning. He said the 94-mile-an-hour pitch that struck out Hedges might have been the fastest pitch he's ever thrown. He said, that's everything I had.
That's it. That's what when they say empty in the tank, he emptied it out completely.
He said he walked off the mound, showed a little emotion. A lot of these pitchers are kind of following the lead of Tarek Skubal, and then Jake Rogers came up and said, soak this all in.
Yeah.
Soak this moment in. The 1-2. Naylor takes fastball low and outside. 2-1 Cleveland in the fifth inning. They're trying to get this series back to Cleveland for a Game 5 on Saturday. Tigers are trying to eliminate the Guardians with a win here at home tonight. The 2-2 swing and a soft tap foul. That helmet comes off in every at-bat for Josh Naylor.
Yeah, he's got that, the hair. He's got tall hair. He puts the little headband on, it pushes that hair up a little bit. It's hard to keep the helmet on.
Kind of leans back into his stance and then leans toward the plate, swinging a foul. That clipped Jake Rogers on the right arm, maybe right hand. Slider on the inner half of the plate. Jake's going to need a moment. Josh Naylor leans in. Checks on him real quick. Replay shows no.
Left wrist, forearm area, maybe.
Just off the base of the glove. The way he reacted, I thought maybe off the bare of hand. Brennan Hannafy getting loose in the Tigers bullpen. The 2-2. Low and away. Sweeping breaking ball away.
Big pitch here. Stay down.
Holton sets 3-2. Ground ball shattered bat to second base. Knee-high bounce for Keith. He'll field and flip to Spencer Torkelson. 8-pitch battle won in the end by Tyler Holton. Jose Ramirez with a home run. And the Guardians take the lead. And at the bottom of the fifth inning, 2-1 Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball, presented by Meyer.
Let's one fly. Heads up in the upper deck. Shohei's on his way. That's number 54 for Ohtani. A 3-run Titanic shot.
I mean, I'm not even sure. So I'm going to marvel at the fact that he hit a 3-run home run. The guy is another planet. Yes, he's probably the greatest all-around baseball player to ever walk. I give all those accolades.
Walking a single to start the inning. Runners still at first and second with 2 away. Here's a 2-1. There's a throw. It's a ball. Was there any doubt? Shohei Ohtani arrives in October with a 3-run home run. Top of the zone tomahawk. He's proven to be inevitable. We saw him tear it up down the stretch. We saw him loosen the lid on his emotions, too. We saw it on that home run.
And that will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
High fly ball, a pop-up really, down the right field line in foul territory. Oh! What an effort by Jimenez as he goes flying into the netting. Jimenez caught that ball and got it back into the infield.
Unbelievable. No fear whatsoever, and they have called for the trainer to come down there. He is still into the seating area.
Swing and a miss, strike three. It was 105.5 miles an hour.
No way! 105.5!
I can't believe my eyes.
No, that's not even on the FM dial.
That was unreal.
I don't even know if I want to high five him. He might not be rated the next week.
Well, light your hand on fire.
Yes.
105.5 punch out Tommy Edman.
There's a fly ball to
Kansas City and New York. That's going to get underway in about a half an hour. Michael Wacha gets the start for Kansas City. Garrett Cole will be on the mound for the Yankees. 2-1 Cleveland as we go to the bottom of the fifth inning. McKinstry swings, fouls it out of play. If you're thinking one swing of the bat against Tanner Bybee, in 174 innings of work, he gave up 22 home runs. That's a pretty low total, mostly to lefties. Lefties hit him for average and for power, righties not so much. That's why it was a lefty-loaded lineup tonight for manager A.J. Hinch. Fastball up and away, 6 lefties, 3 distinct pockets of 2. Meadows, Carpenter, Green, Keith, McKinstry, Sweeney up and down the lineup. 1-1. Changeup up and away. Walked McKinstry on a 3-1 count in his first at-bat. That loaded the bases with nobody out. Big opportunity. Bases loaded, none out. That on average produces 2.5 runs. If there was such a thing as a half a run. Tigers managed just the 1. Sweeney sack fly, and then Torkelson doubled off second base on an inning lineout by Jake Rogers. 2-1. Up and away again for the second straight at bat. 3-1. He knows the history of Zach McKinstry against him.
He does. He remembers a double. He remembers that double.
Rocchio at short, shades up the middle. Ramirez deep and off the line at third. 2-1 Cleveland in the fifth. The 3-1 pitch. Swinging a fly ball, left field, deep. Quan going back, still racing to the wall. Gone! How about it? Opposite field home run for Zach McKinstry. We're tied at 2. Waving to the crowd, getting him up as he crosses home plate. Listen to Comerica Park.
How about it? McKinstry goes 3-1. Oppo Taco. He hammered that ball. This is why this team's so fun, Dan. Like, whenever you think you've seen it all, you see more. There's more in the tank. There's more in the tank. That ball's up and away about 94 mile an hour, and McKinstry just unloads with everything he's got. Give it everything you got.
I loved his reaction. Crossing.
5-5 in the 7th. The Yankees are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position in this game. Base hit to left. Chisholm can fly. He rounds third and heads for the plate. He would have beaten the throw anyway. It squirts away from Perez. And the Yankees jump back in front, 6-5.
Verdugo now has a couple of hits, been on base 3 times. He scored a couple of runs, and he drives in the go-ahead run here with another base hit to left field. Chisholm was flying.
the pitch. He struck him out. And the Kansas City Royals move on to the division series. And the Kansas City Royals, who lost 106 last year, the most ever by a team that made the playoffs the next year, not only make the playoffs, they march on. And the Baltimore Orioles have lost 10 straight postseason games in a row. There's a fly ball to right. And that is going to be way gone. Churio sends one out of here to make it 3-0. Jackson Churio with serious opposite field pop. Number 20 for the 20-year-old.
Youngest player MLB history to record 20-plus homers, 20-plus stolen bases.
It's incredible.
Let's one fly. Heads up in the upper deck. Shohei.
Sweeper. That's the guy you got to get to his heater. He's going to throw that four seam, and he's going to throw it in there with authority. He'll run it up there 96, 97 mile an hour.
Game tied 2-2 in the fifth inning. Trey Sweeney at the plate, the chance of let's go Tigers. Fastball at the belt, strike one. Sacrifice fly off of Bybee. Back in the second inning, tied the game at 1. Strike one. Wow. Went off the glove of Naylor, through the legs of home plate umpire Todd Kitchener. I'm not sure anybody saw that pitch. It was a perfect strike two.
Invisible.
It goes on the screen as a ball because I don't think Todd Kitchener ever saw it. Swing and a miss. So instead of a strikeout, Sweeney still has life.
Yeah, you see Cade Smith's fastball. He's kind of like the Will Vest for the Tigers.
Here it is.
He'll come at you with that heater, and that thing's four seam, firm, and it's like one of those pitches you just swing under it. You just miss under it. You just miss under it.
1-2, swing and a miss, and then he can pair it with that, a wicked splitter. 88 that dives right at home plate. Smith only appeared for one batter yesterday. It was for Jake Rogers. So again, let's start to test this theory. Not theory, backed up by actual numbers. When you get to face a hitter multiple times in a short series, advantage hitter. For Jake Rogers, he is facing Smith. Looking back at the last games he appeared, I believe this is just the second time he has faced him. Fastball low and outside. Jake Rogers keeps coming up with big hits. 2-0, swinging a high pop-up foul that will arc high over the screen. Beyond the Guardians' dugout on the first base side into the seats, well back. Still the good hitters count for Jake Rogers. And we talked about a little bit, Andy, even if you didn't face him maybe those other times, just the fact that he's appearing in every game, every hitter is gathering a little information they can share with others.
Familiar.
The 2-1, swinging a high fly ball, center field, deep but playable. Lane Thomas toward right center, but calls for it, makes the catch for the second out. Good swing, 2 outs here in the fifth.
Jake's been on it, hasn't he?
He has.
Man, that's a good swing. Just got under it just a little bit.
Parker Meadows strides to the plate. Kind of skips through that right-handed batter's box in front of the catcher over into the left-handed batter's box before he settles in. Windmills that bat around once, twice. Extends the hands away from the left shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. Splitter, first pitch, low, ball one. 1 for 2 for Meadows. This postseason career has started with hits in all 6 games. Swinging a foul to the screen. Powered him in with the fastball. It's a pretty potent 1-2 punch. He's also got a slider that can be wicked. Smith's a big guy, works toward the third base side of the rubber. Infield back except for Ramirez. Meadows swings, lines one deep and foul. Well fouled on the third base line. 96 mile an hour fastball. A little bit late. Outfield deep all around. Quan in left, Thomas in center. Brennan's in right field tonight. Rocchio, the shortstop, shades up the middle. The 1-2. Swing and a pop foul out of play. That ball's a little lower than Naylor wanted. But again, it's what you talk about, that riding action. You're just underneath it a lot. Meadows waiting on another 1-2. Buries the splitter down and away. Carpenter waiting on deck.
These are those at-bats the Tigers have gotten much better at. Get to 2 strikes, keep battling pitches, work the count.
The pitch, a little bit low. Splitter misses, 3-2.
If you can get it back 3-2, you got a chance. You might leave something over the plate.
Smith generally will not walk you. The 3-2 is swinging a high fly ball to center. Fairly deep, but Lane Thomas will move toward left center, settle under it and make the catch. 2 high fly balls to end the inning. But the Mckinstry opposite field home run ties the game. We head to the 6th inning in a 2-2 game on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network, presented by Meyer.
The pitch. He struck him out. And the Kansas City Royals move on to the division series. And the Kansas City Royals lost 106 last year. The most ever by a team that made the playoffs the next year. Not only make the playoffs, they march on. And the Baltimore Orioles have lost 10 straight postseason games in a row.
4 runs so far through 3 2/3. This ball skied into left field. That'll send Austin Hayes back. He's near the wall. He looks up. It's gone. That ball scalded to center field. Jordan crushes one to straightaway center. Chazzy Fizz followed up by Jordan with a smash to center. 3 in a row. The big man is on fire. 3 straight home runs. A laser beam over the wall in center.
He's on the track. See ya! Home run number 58. A towering drive.
Judge hit an unbelievably high drive. We waited, and it came down in the visitors' bullpen. A judgy at last. All right, here comes the judge.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter! The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment!
Tyler Fitzgerald, who's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games he's been in. Swing, and he hits a high drive deep to left field. And has he done it again? Yes, he has. Way back into the Dodger bullpen. Now that is an amazing feat. That's the 5th game in a row in which Tyler Fitzgerald has hit a home run.
Well, he gets a hanging breaking ball. You've been sitting upstairs to this guy right now, and he's going to make you pay.
So far at second, nobody out for Manny Machado.
Machado hits one to right center.
I think Brennan might get lifted for a pinch hitter. Outfield deep all around on Lane Thomas. First pitch. Dots the outside corner with a cutter. That is his pitch. Can backdoor right-handed batter with it. He can go in with it. Works middle of the rubber. Bullpen MVP the last 2 years for the Tigers. Ground ball foul down the third baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike. Keith shades up the middle at second base, just to the right of second. The outfield plays this righty to pull. Spreads out, knees bent, the upper body upright. 1-1. Cutter misses below the knees. 2-1 on Lane Thomas. Zach Mckinstry has just tied this game with an opposite field right down the left field line by the 342 marker. Opposite field home run. 1-2. Just missed. Down and in.
Been consistent all day. And he won't give an inch off, will he?
He will not. Consistent and accurate.
Yep.
Thomas close to the plate, waiting on a 2-2. On the way, swing and a pop-up to right field, shallow. Matt Vierling will come in, make the easy grab. That was a mile high. Thomas, soft fly ball out to start the 6th inning. Brennan Hannafy throwing in the Tigers bullpen. He was up last inning. 2 lefties coming up for the Guardians, and you would think this is his inning right through Bo Naylor. They won't pinch hit for Jimenez, and unlikely they'll pinch hit for Bo Naylor. Sweeper moves Brennan off the plate. And this is where a lefty is really ineffective choice for manager A.J. Hinch. These lefties struggle against lefties. Fastball a little bit low. That's a great job of Jake Rogers trying to make it a strike, but it's a little bit low. Mckinstry's in tight at third, right up to the edge of the cutout. Rest of the infield back. The outfield plays his lefty to go the opposite way. The 2-0 swinging a line drive. Caught by Tyler Holton. Finished his motion. The ball was coming to him. He's like, you know what? I think that's going to go right into my glove.
Easy day. He didn't even, that was the smoothest thing I've seen in a while. It's a little kind of in on the hands, little line drive. Just barely has to stab it at the very end.
Look at the funky action of the ball off the bat. Wasn't hit hard, but you can definitely mess that up. Swing and a miss on a sinker low and away. You think it's hit harder, you can close your glove, you can box it. Nice job. The strike one to Jimenez. Check swing. Did he go? Absolutely did. No balls, 2 strikes. 6th inning brought to you by the Jack Demmer Automotive Group. Go and discover the Demmer difference. Maybe Tigers triple this season. Paolo Miller gives $300 to select charities, the Miller Law Firm. Lawyers who support the community. 44,000 plus on their feet here at Comerica Park. Holton sets the 0-2. Bounced up to home plate and off the glove of Jake Rogers. Jimenez has struck out, little pop fly. Had a tough year at the plate. Just 240 against lefties with no power. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Flat-footed flail and a fastball away. And a strong finish for Tyler Holton. Tigers bat in the bottom of the 6th inning in a 2-2 game, trying to move on, eliminate the Guardians, and move on to the American League Championship.
There's always that opportunity, yeah, but I think you have to throw at least one of them. Line down the left field line, it is a fair ball. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. Everybody scores. It's a bases clearing. Big pinch hit for Abanez, and it is 5-2 Detroit. Oh my goodness, what a big hit off the bench off of Josh Hader.
And a 1-2 to Vientos is into left field, down for a base hit. Here comes Bader. He'll score the tying run. Nimmo the other way, and the Mets will take the lead in the 8th. Lindor scores. Alonso adds with a sac fly. Martinez off the bench with an RBI single to extend the New York lead. He sends one in the air, left center field. That will score Iglesias, and a 5-run 8th inning. Swing and a drive, deep toward left. Number 2,000, a home run. Paul Goldschmidt's first career hit came in 2011 against Matt Cain. Number 1,000 against German Marquez and the Colorado Rockies 7 years ago. And tonight, July 26, 2024, number 2,000 against Kyle Finnegan, a 2-run homer.
Is pounded deep out to left. The walk-off slam for Wyatt Langford.
Steps up here in the bottom of the 9th with the bases loaded and just unleashes on Clay Holmes with a game-winning walk-off grand slam home run.
A wild adventure this one was tonight.
Rojas on the ground at third. Machado touches third, fires to second. Out at first. Oh my goodness! It's a triple play. It ends the ball game. The San Diego Padres have clinched their spot in the postseason after a magical 2024 campaign. What a way to wrap it up, and they will celebrate in LA tonight. 2 games back in the division. That's not over yet.
Will set the stage.
That's crazy good.
Oh, he's legit. And he's got three plus pitches. I mean, his fastball, he can dominate with just the fastball. It's a pitch you just got to get on top of. It's so easy to swing under that pitch, miss it.
Carpenter swings, fouls it out of play. Well back, third base side. Carpenter struck out twice against the starter, Tanner Bybee. 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Carpenter swings and misses, and when he swings and misses at a fastball there, you know it's got ride to it.
That's it.
I mean,
Carey's a good fastball hitter. That's 94
in the middle of the plate.
In the middle of the plate, but it's playing like 100, and it's like stays up. It doesn't come down the way it should.
Big tall righty sets the 0-2 fastball up and away.
And he's got a big frame too. You know that guy's, what is he, 6'6"?
6'5", 230.
Yeah. You got to use that top hand. Top hand him.
Swinging a line drive left center that's going to drop. Low flare.
Just like that. Get the top hand working a little bit. Level that bat path out. It's a good piece of two-strike hit by Carey. Missed a little bit with the fastball, but wasn't getting too anxious. Wasn't trying to do too much. Ball got in on his hands just a tick. But that's what you need. You need a knock. Get a hit off Cade. Get some base runners on. Get him out of his comfort zone. Get him out of that rhythm.
And it doesn't appear to be much that seems to upset him. His numbers are ridiculously good, but it's always good to get a little traffic on the base paths. Fastball strike, 96 at the knees to Matt Vierling. Pop out on the ground out for Vierling. 2-2 game. We're in the bottom of the sixth inning. 2 runs, 6 hits for Cleveland. 2 runs, 5 hits for the Tigers. It's another righty who's extremely tough on lefties. Actually tougher on lefties. Swing and a miss because of pitches like that. That's a late, sharp, late breaking slider.
Yeah, he'll get you down the count quick, but you still got to battle, and that's one thing, you know, this Tigers team has done so well.
The number of times that we've said this guy limits opponents to a 160, 180 batting average, and the Tigers put together good at-bats. It's been a lot in the last month. The 0-2, swing and a miss, stayed with the slider, and it's a good one. Vierling strikes out. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Second strikeout for Cade Smith. Green batting, first pitch, fastball low. Bo Naylor was set up away. Hunter Gaddis begins to throw in the Cleveland bullpen. Smith came on after McKinstry led off last inning with a home run, got 3 outs. Now he's got the first out here with a man on. Fastball, bottom rail. Ooh, that's a strike, and it did not get called. Again, it's a pretty tight strike zone, 2-0 on Riley Green. Strikeout updates brought to you every game by Carbless, the official ready-to-drink canned cocktail of the Detroit Tigers. The 2-0. Yanked a fastball low and in, 3-0. Green with a single, his last at-bat, 1 for 2 today. 3 for 12 in the series. Just feels like this bat is starting to heat up a little bit. Left side of the infield shifts to the right. The 3-0 pitch. Low and in, yanked it. Will that be the end of the night for Cade Smith? A 4-pitch walk. Stephen Vogt coming to get him.
Yeah, the walks are tough to deal with. You get a 4-pitch walk out there, bringing guys in. Doesn't matter how good your stuff is if you can't get it over the plate. But, I mean, that's an arm right there.
That is an arm. Again, he's appeared in every game.
Not sad to see him go.
Not at all. Hunter Gaddis is coming on. 2 on, 1 out. 6th inning. Tigers trying to break it 2.
High fly ball, left field. Cowser back. He's on the track. See ya! Home run number 58. A towering drive.
Judge hit an unbelievably high drive. We waited, and it came down in the visitors' bullpen. A judging blast. All right, here comes the judge.
5-5 in the 7th. The Yankees are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position in this game. Base hit to left. Chisholm can fly. He rounds third and heads for the plate. He would have beaten the throw anyway. It squirts away from Perez. And the Yankees jump back in front, 6-5.
Verdugo now has a couple of hits, been on base 3 times. He scored a couple of runs, and he drives in the go-ahead run here with another base hit to left field. Chisholm was flying.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter! The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment! Tigers trying to get one on the road.
Hunter Gaddis thought Kate Smith was good, and he is. 1.90 ERA. Hunter Gaddis comes in. He really hadn't had much success at all in his first 2 years in the major leagues, covering about 50 innings. And then the Cleveland pitching department got to work. And this year in 78 games, a 1.57 ERA, a walk rate below 2, strikeout rate at 8 per 9. Cut his walks, bumped the strikeouts. And he's shutting down righties and lefties. Colt Keith at the plate. First pitch, fastball dots the outside corner, strike 1. He inherits a 2-on, 1-out jam in a 2-2 game in the 6th inning. Did a solid job stranding inherited runners. Kind of league average in how many he allowed to score. 6 of 18. The strike 1 pitch. Ground ball foul down the first base line. Some pitchers are just better when you can give them a clean inning. Managers always want to know, which guys can I bring in with men on base, and they'll strand them. Tigers have a lot of those guys. And again, Hunter Gaddis solid. Struck out Colt Keith. And the Tigers 3-0 win in game 2. The 0-2. Fastball misses big, up and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You know he likes that slider. He'll throw that slider down and into lefties, get him to swing over it. He'll backdoor it. It's a firm slider. It's like a 90-mile-an-hour slider.
Big guy works third base side of the rubber. The 1-2 pitch away. Again, Colt Keith very disciplined at bats. Tanner Bybee froze him with a fastball in his last at bat, called third after he walked in the 2nd inning and scored the Tigers' first run. Trying to deliver the lead. Carpenter the runner at second. Green at first. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. There is the 90-mile-an-hour tight slider under the bat.
That's the good one right there. He'll dive that under them left-handed hitters. Looks like Winslow Perez is going to grab a bat. That's what AJ's waiting for. He's waiting to be able to put in his magic bullet here.
Big debate, he says, for him every game is deciding whether to start Winslow Perez, who can put together a good at-bat at any point in the game, or bring him off the bench. I think he really likes being able to bring him off the bench. He had the line out that Stephen Kwan made the diving catch on in Cleveland against Class A. First pitch on the outside edge. Slider actually grabbed a lot of the plate on the back door for a called strike 1. Tigers trying to take the lead. It's a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 6th inning. Carpenter edges off second. Green off first. Rocchio trying to shorten that lead of Carpenter at second, who runs well. Outfield comes in a little bit from the usual deep starting point. Pitch in the dirt and a fine block by Bo Naylor. Again, big improvements behind the plate defensively for Naylor. It's a good block.
It is. That's a hard slider that didn't even make it to the plate. Properly keeps the glove down between his legs.
Gaddis places that left foot in front of the right when he sets. Holds the glove at the belt. The 1-1. Swing a little flare in the left center field. Will it drop? It will! Round in third, heading home. Carpenter, no throw. Tigers take the lead. 3-2 in the 6th. Winslow Perez delivers.
That's just what the doctor ordered there. Gets down to 2 strike. Here he goes. A little slider. Try to go down and in with the slider. Wenzel just goes down into his legs. Doesn't get a lot of it, but plenty of it. Hit him where they ain't, Dan. Hit him where they ain't.
What a thing of beauty. The bloop. Over short. Mckinstry batting, swing and a miss. Woo, the changeup's at 79. Solid 16, 17 miles an hour, slower than the fastball. Green got over to third on the little flare. 3-2 Tigers in the 6th. The strike one, swing and a foul out of play. Riding fastball 95 above the strike zone. No balls and 2 strikes. Mckinstry with a walk. His home run last inning. Incredible. Just out of nowhere. Home run to tie the game. The 0-2 swing and a foul. Slow motion swing and a changeup away. That is a wicked changeup given the separation and speed. Let's go down to Daniela. Daniela, you had a good look at the reaction on that hit.
Yeah, you know, this is a really fun seat to watch a game from. I'm at the end of the Tigers dugout, and when Wenzel Perez's ball went up in the air, both Parker Meadows and Matt Bierling are at the end of this dugout.
Pitch down and in, and it hit Zach Mckinstry.
We talked about this team cheering for each other even in the small moments and the big ones too. Those two were standing on the bench, leaning over the fence to watch Wenzel Perez take first base and then watch Gary Carpenter get home too. So it's a very exciting moment here in the dugout, celebrating the big and small moments.
And they really do, don't you? I mean, Daniela, you're getting a first-hand look at it. They really do celebrate every positive thing.
They do. And the very calm, cool collectiveness of this dugout right now is something to be noted. It's something they've talked about through this stretch, but it really, really is very level-headed down here.
Trey Sweeney, ground ball wide to third, scooped up by Ramirez. He'll flip to first to Naylor. Tigers take the lead. A pinch hit flare single from Wenzel Perez scores Gary Carpenter. We head to the 7th inning in Detroit. Tigers trying to close out this series and move on. 3-2 lead after 6 on the Detroit Tigers radio network.
Maybe that swing. Drives it in the air. Deep left center. Judge leaping. And he made the catch. Oh, Aaron Judge. What a play. He does it all. And there's the double play. Send him to Monument Park now.
What a double play by the Yankee defense, and what a catch by the captain. What a way to end the inning.
There goes Ohtani. Pitches in the dirt. Ohtani's stolen second. 43rd for Ohtani. Driven the other way. Gurriel on the track. Gurriel on the wall. It's gone. Shohei with another shot. His 43rd. One of each tonight. Make it 43 and 43 in his hunt for history.
That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. His 2nd home run of the game, and a high fly ball to deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber's 3rd home run of the night. Unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement.
This time, it's 3-1 San Diego. Merrill, center field. Harris back. He can't get it. San Diego has opened it up here in the 2nd. They lead it 5-1. And what a shot from Merrill.
That is a fastball pummeled down the line. If it's fair, it's gone. It is gone. And a home run for Tatis, whose mastery over Jack Flaherty continues. He drives the ball right center field. Edman back. It is gone. The Padres tee it off. Second of the game for Tatis, and they've got double digits in game 2. Pirates, no runs, no hits, 1 error.
Opposite arm guy, lefty facing a righty, that he can get the ball down, get ground balls. Gunther's proven he has. He'll throw the ball down, split it down. Good sinker down. Vierling's over at first.
Wenzel Perez stays in the game. He's in right field. Matt Vierling has had 1 appearance at first base. First pitch, splitter away. Tyler Holton had a lot of success going after Noel with changeups yesterday. Got him lunging across the plate. Big power thread who had a tough finish. The strike 1. Soft ground ball to short. Getting around it, Sweeney. Big backhand hop. Flips over to first. Barely got him. Whoa. Noel will fool you with his speed. That was bang, bang at the base.
Yeah, that big hop gave Noel a little bit more time to get those legs moving.
Oh, Brisky, who looks like he's available every day, as most of these guys are.
Yeah, this time of year, get him up.
Bo Brisky getting loose. He was 6 up, 6 down in the game yesterday. He's been phenomenal in the postseason, as has Will Vest. A little flare foul out the bat of Brian Rocchio. It's been kind of a surprisingly tough out. 3 for 10 with a couple of walks, but good swings, too. Even some of the outs he's made have been hard hit. Gunther, strike 1. Backdoor slider, strike 2. 3-2 Tigers are in the 7th inning. 7th inning is brought to you by General RV, Michigan's premier RV dealer for sales, service, and parts. The 0-2. Splitter misses away. Single runs in the 5th and 6th inning. Opposite field home run. Tanner Bybee had cruised, and then Zach McKinstry greeted him in the 5th with an opposite field home run. 1-2. Swinging a foul out of play, and that was the one guy that A.J. Hinch highlighted before the game because he liked his at-bats against Tanner Bybee this year. And Tanner Bybee knew it. Walked him the first time up, fell behind 3-1 the second time, and that's when McKinstry hit his home run.
I mean, he looks like a genius. Didn't play Perez because Vierling could have played third. Perez and McKinstry both did their job.
Rocchio swings, fouls it out of play. You'll see at least 6 pitches in this trip to the plate. This copyrighted broadcast presented by authority of the Detroit Tigers may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Detroit Tigers. The 1-2. Fly ball, center field, deep but playable. Parker Meadows back to his right, makes the catch. You know when Parker Meadows just kind of starts jogging after, you're like, okay, that's well hit, but Parker's got it.
Goes into coast mode. If you think about those decisions, it's like McKinstry starts the game, hits the homer, he saves Perez for the bench, he gets the big go-ahead hit. I mean, it's amazing.
Really is. Stephen Kwan batting, first pitch, sweeper away. All the decisions made before the game even starts. Yesterday it was Cater Montero starting, setting up a lineup that A.J. Hinch really liked for Brant Herder. That shaped yesterday's game. Splitter misses low and outside. 2-0 on Kwan. 3 hits yesterday, 1 for 3 today. 6 for 14 in the series for this premium leadoff hitter. Line drive, base hit, 1 hop off the dirt into center field. Sinker in, and he hits lefties actually better than righties. Line drive single into center. Would think Brisky will probably... David Fry has been announced as a pinch hitter, and that means for sure Brisky will be coming on. A.J. Hinch out, 3-2 Tigers. We're in the 7th inning. A man on, 2 outs. Fry pinch hitting for the lefty Manzardo, and the Tigers' true jam, the guy who can handle any kind of jam.
That's the guy you bring in. He's been in the biggest jams of the year, for sure.
Bo Brisky coming on.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Carey Carpenter, The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment.
Pirates, no runs, no hits, 1 error. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Oh, showdown. 7 no-hit innings.
Nate Pearson, the new pitcher on the mound. There's a bouncer to short, fielded by Swanson. He'll throw to first to get him.
8 no-hit innings. Porter Hodge on the mound.
Down to their last chance.
Grounder to short. Dansby to first. There it is.
A combined no-hitter for the Chicago Cubs.
Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos.
Into left field. Down the line. It's a fair ball. And the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens. 1 apiece. Castellanos the hero.
Slider, that's a hanger. 2 strikes, you cannot make that mistake. Trying to make it too good, he hangs it. Castellanos does it right away. The Philly crowd knew it right away.
Unbelievable game. One of the best games I've ever seen.
This was an instant classic.
That will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30
series with a win tonight against the Guardians to move on. Cheer you hear in the background. It's the home opener for the Detroit Red Wings. They're showing the Red Wings' first goal of the night. It's quite a night in downtown Detroit. Pitching change brought to you by your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. Think Ford first. Bo Brisky, so far in the postseason, has worked 5 1/3 no-hit innings, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts, and he's been money since the end of August. Fry was the one victimized by the great catch by Vierling at third yesterday. First pitch fastball on the black inside, strike 1. The strike 1 pitch, swing and a mighty pop, foul and out of play. Down below us to our left. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Fry's production mostly against lefties this year. Had a great start. Most of his production was in 2 different months, but down the stretch he was basically just a pinch hitter for manager Stephen Vogt. His playing time dropped off a lot. Upright stance, knees slightly flexed, hands tight to the right shoulder as he cocks the bat over it. The 0-2 pitch, and swinging a high slicing foul the other way. Off to our right over the netting on the first base side. Green, Meadows, Perez in the outfield. They play Fry to pull just slightly. Keith at second base shades up the middle, and Sweeney at short shades toward the hole. 3-2 Tigers with the man on and 2 outs in the 7th inning. Brisky sets the 0-2. 98 away. Ball 1.
Yeah, he's got that 98. He's worked on that slider too. But man, that's nice to have. He can just buzz that fastball up and away.
The 1-2 in the dirt, down and away, and it got by Jake Rogers. He cannot find it, and finally does on the dirt track behind home plate. Down to second goes Stephen Kwan.
There's that slider he's been working on, but just kind of holds on to it too long, spikes it. Jake tries the backhand. Save. No dice.
Wild pitch gets Kwan down to second base. Keith will keep an eye on him. Brisky sets, holds a glove at the letters. Pauses for a beat. The 2-2 is swinging a fly ball. Left field. Deep trouble. Going back. Green, and it's gone. A home run. David Fry with a pinch hit 2-run home run. And the Guardians have taken a 4-3 lead here in the 7th.
The dramatics. Just back and forth, back and forth. Nice swing by Fry. I mean, that's a fastball. That's upper 90s. Kind of out over the middle of the plate. He got extended on it. Wow. Right back at him.
Andy Ramirez takes the slider down and in. Tigers have given up 1 home run in 5 games in the postseason, 2 tonight. Ramirez from the right side back in the 5th inning, and now Fry, the 2-run pinch hit home run. Change up low and away, 2-0 on Jose Ramirez.
You know Fry can hit a fastball. He's the one that turned Will Vest's fastball around when Vierling made the grab yesterday.
The 2-0, swing and a miss, and again, it's one of the Tigers' strengths the last 2 months, the ability to limit extra base and home run damage. They allowed the second fewest number of home runs this season to Kansas City. The 2-1 pitch, swing and a foul off of Jake Rogers. That stung. Jake's going to need a moment. Home plate umpire Todd Titchener didn't need any new balls, but he got several. Just by a little time.
That was about the same spot he got hit last time.
Jeez. Jake just takes the punishment and then gets right into his stance behind home plate, into his crouch. The 2-2 off the plate away. Change-up misses.
This is where you got to tunnel it back in. Get back to this big pitch here, 3-2. But whenever the energy switches, you got to make your spot, hit your spot, execute.
3-2 is swing and a high pop-up onto the outfield grass left side. Sweeney waving his arms makes the catch about a step onto the outfield grass. But a 2-out, 2-run home run from the pinch hitter David Fry. We go to the 7th inning stretch, brought to you by DTE. Manager energy use and save. Go to DTEnergy.com/save energy. 4-3 Guardians.
The pitch. He struck him out. And the Kansas City Royals move on to the division series. And the Kansas City Royals, who lost 106 last year, the most ever by a team that made the playoffs the next year, not only make the playoffs, they march on. And the Baltimore Orioles have lost 10 straight postseason games in a row.
Tyler Fitzgerald, who's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games he's been in. Swing, and he hits a high drive deep to left field. And has he done it again? Yes, he has. Way back into the Dodger bullpen. Now that is an amazing feat. That's the 5th game in a row in which Tyler Fitzgerald has hit a home run.
Well, he gets a hanging breaking ball. You've been sitting upstairs to this guy right now, and he's going to make you pay.
80 degrees, crystal clear skies. We start the bottom of the 1st.
And a high fly ball to deep right center field. The Phillies have the lead. And Kyle Schwarber has the Major League season record for leadoff home runs. He now has 14. It is 1-0 Phillies.
What else can you say? The man is just absolutely incredible.
That will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
Walking a single to start the inning. Runners still at first and second with 2 away. Here's a 2-1. There's a throw. It's a ball. Was there any doubt? Shohei Ohtani arrives in October with a 3-run home run. Top of the zone tomahawk. He's proven to be inevitable. We saw him tear it up down the stretch. We saw him loosen the lid on his emotions, too. We saw it on that home run. as the fastball pummeled down.
Yeah, he rounded third hard, and as he rounded, he came up. You could see he was pulling up. Looked like something with his left leg, hamstring, ankle, something. After he rounded third, did not feel good.
First pitch to Jake Rogers from Hunter Gaddis. Slider, swing and a miss. It's tight. It's 91. It has sharp late break. So we are guessing we'll see a pinch hitter for Carpenter against Hunter Gaddis. Strike one to Rogers. Swing and a miss. Stays with the slider. 4-3 Cleveland in the 7th inning.
This is what you want. Nobody said it was going to be easy. Postseason baseball's not easy. It's going to be like this at times.
0-2. Rogers sees a third straight slider, low and away.
You got to continually just lock back in. Things don't go your way. Energy shifts. You got to lock back in. Next pitch, next at bat.
The 1-2. Got him. He broke out a changeup, and that changeup is really a nasty pitch when you pair it with a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. It's almost 20 miles an hour slower.
Yeah, that's from a different galaxy. I mean, that thing there, it's spinning like crazy. And like you said, 20 mile an hour off his fastball. Are you kidding? With the same arm speed?
Jace Young has grabbed a bat. He'll pinch hit for Kerry Carpenter, who is the DH tonight. Parker Meadows at the plate. Gaddis, first pitch, fastball away, fouled out of play. Meadows 1 for 3 tonight, joins Al Kaline. It's one of 3 Tigers players who have started a postseason career with hits in their first 6 games. The strike one, low and in. Charlie Gehringer did it in 7 straight. And of course, when Al Kaline and Charlie Gehringer played, there were no postseason series. It was just you went to the World Series if you won the American League. The 1-1 on the back door with a perfect slider. Hunter Gaddis painting Tim Herron. A very tough lefty is getting loose in the Cleveland bullpen. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a pop-up. This will be easily playable for Rocchio in shallow left. He'll make the catch running out. Meadows pops out, second out in the 7th inning. You really worry the way Kerry Carpenter was limping off the field about what the future holds for him. Hamstrings can be so tricky. Just hope we get good news after this game. But in the meantime, and this is what the Tigers have done so well all season, somebody steps up. Jace Young being called upon to take the Kerry Carpenter at-bats for now. Or this at-bat, fastball low and away.
This team's been here many times before.
Just the second postseason at-bat for Jace Young. Lays off a slider down. Pretty solid bat-to-ball skills for Jace Young. Showed discipline at the plate. There is power in this bat. We didn't see a lot of it. The 2-0. Backdoor slider, perfect pitch, 2-1. Man, he can dial that in on the back door, down and in to a lefty. Gaddis tough on lefties, tough on righties. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Slider middle of the plate, but doesn't feel like a hanger.
It's got that late break. It's 91. It almost acts a little bit like a cutter with some sink to it.
Young extends those hands way back of the left shoulder. The 2-2 lays off a fastball up and away. 3-2.
Working it. He's working it. Just keep grinding him out.
Gaddis will not walk you. Young waiting on a 3-2. Down and in. He walked Jace Young. How about that? Heck of an at-bat. Got with a walk rate of 1.5 per 9.
Yeah, he laid off a couple tough sliders. Got it back to 3-2. Gaddis just kind of held on to that one too long. Missed the spot by a mile.
Carl Willis, the pitching coach for the Guardians, coming out. The entire infield will join the conversation. Again, Tim Herron, the lefty, is loose and ready. He's going to be for Riley Green, who's waiting in the on-deck circle. Matt Vierling's going to try to extend this inning. Put a couple of men on for Riley Green, or better yet, drive one to the gap and get a run home.
Yeah, they've been working Vierling with a lot of sliders away, a lot of breaking pitches away.
You would think he'll see the same from Gaddis.
He will. Gaddis got a good slider. You know, for Vierling, he can hit the ball in that right center gap. He can hit it to right field. But to let the ball travel, be okay with the fastball beating you a little bit, just so that way you're not so open to that slider away.
Righty's just 21 hits in their 130 at-bats against Hunter Gaddis. We're 8 doubles in there, but don't think home run, just think maybe a double to the gap. First pitch to Matt Vierling. Starts him off with a slider, low and away. And again, this is so important that Todd Titchener has had an accurate strike zone tonight, because that pitch is often called a strike, and it changes the whole at-bat. Good take from Matt Vierling. Short, cautious lead for Young at first. Runs well. The 1-0. Low and away with the fastball. 2-0 on Matt Vierling.
Nice. Lay off those. Now you can zone him up. See if you can get something middle. If he goes back out there away, if it's on the black, leave it. But if it's middle, let it go.
Outfield plays him to go the opposite way. 2-0 pitch, swing and a foul. He had a rip at a slider down. Looked like he was looking for it there.
Now you got to go back to the other approach. Let the ball travel again, because he's going to want to go out there. If he goes heater in, so be it. Let him beat you in there. Take it if it's in. Look for that slider out over the plate.
Gaddis sets, holds the glove at the belt. A pause, the 2-1, swing and a tap foul. Slider away, like you said. It looked like he was looking for it there, but it was on the plate.
Yep. This is where, if I was them, I'd buzz him up. After you go away. Go with the high heat, but.
Naylor setting up away. The 2-2. Got him. And he got him with a changeup. It's impressive how he uses that pitch. Called third on Rogers, called third on Vierling, who had not seen it in the at-bat. A perfect location. We played 7. Guardians tried to get this back to Cleveland for a game.
A 4-pitch walk to Soto, and they're loaded for Aaron Judge. Judge cranks one, deep left field, a grand slam, and the Yankees have the lead. Right on cue. He snaps his longest homerless drought, and just like that, the Yankees are in front. What a shot that was. What a moment.
Walk and a single to start the inning. Runners still at first and second with 2 away. Here's a 2-1.
There's a drop. It's a ball. Was there any doubt? Shohei Ohtani arrives in October with a 3-run home run.
Top of the zone tomahawk. He's proven to be inevitable. We saw him tear it up down the stretch. We saw him loosen the lid on his emotions, too. We saw it on that home run.
Rojas on the ground at third. Machado touches third, fires to second. Out at first. Oh, my goodness. It's a triple play. It ends the ball game. The San Diego Padres have clinched their spot in the postseason after a magical 2024 campaign. What a way to wrap it up, and they will celebrate in LA tonight. 2 games back in the division. That's not over yet.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter! The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment!
Winning run at second, 2 down. 1-2 pitch to Castellanos. Into left field, down the line. It's a fair ball, and the Phillies have tied the series. Back to Queens, 1 apiece. Castellanos, they
That's a hanger. 2 strikes. You cannot make that mistake. Trying to make it too good. He hangs it. Castellanos throws it right away. The Philly crowd knew it right away.
Unbelievable game. One of the best games I've ever seen.
This was an instant classic. And a 1-2 to Vientos is in the left.
Like a weak ground ball.
Pop fly.
Yeah, a little pop fly. I mean, because he's got good stuff. His cutter. That's the pitch that, since I've seen him, man, that thing is good. Good 4-seam fastball.
And look at what he threw in that outing. It was 7 cutters, 4 changeups, and 2 of his 98-mile-an-hour fastballs. First pitch here is popped up into foul territory. Matt Vierling will come over 1 step onto the dirt near the Guardians' dugout. 98-mile-an-hour fastball gets Josh Naylor to pop out on the first pitch of the 8th inning. But the Tigers learned something about Jackson Jobe. Yes, he gave up a couple of runs, but he kept attacking. It was all soft contact.
Yep.
And they realized this kid can handle the moment.
Yeah, no, he's got back end leverage stuff. And if he throws strikes, he'll be just fine.
Fastball misses low and away. Strike throwing was off this year for Jackson Jobe. Incredible that he actually thought he was going home the last day of the AAA season. The Tigers said, no, actually, we'd like to have you join our postseason roster. Cutter strike. It's a 90-mile-an-hour cutter, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. This game brought to you in part by Corwell Health. No matter the challenge, their response is always the same. We can. Fastball, 98, fouled out of play. Lane Thomas at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Keep thinking about that moment. It was like, well, Bo Brisky had just gotten the 2 through 6 hitters out. The 1-2, low and away. It's rarely going to be a soft landing. If the guy's on your roster, you're going to use him.
Yeah, you got to use him. And you got to look at your options. Who's the best option? Jobe throws 98.
2-2. Changeup misses in.
Velo plays in the postseason for sure.
Thomas will make you throw him a strike. The 3-2 swing and a pop-up to right field off the fastball at 99. Coming in Wenzel Perez. He'll make the catch high into the air. That might have disappeared for a moment on Perez. 99.5 to be exact. Did it register as 100?
Yeah, that's 100. You round up.
I think you round up to 5, right?
And there you have it. 3-2 count. Just throw the 100. Get the out.
We saw 102 in one of the most memorable 1-inning outings in spring training that you'll ever see. First pitch, backdoor slider to Will Brennan. At any given moment, it's 4+ pitches for Jackson Jobe.
Oh, he's got an arm. There's no doubt about it.
From the full windup, third base side, the strike 1. Backdoor slider again. I mean, the confidence, the body language. I mean, he's got a presence out there in the mound. Crowd on their feet. The 0-2 swinging the fly ball, right field, fairly deep. Perez back. He's going to jump up. Did he make the catch? No. On the ground. And Will Brennan will stop at second. Wow, he could have made it to third and standing up. Perez made a great attempt at the wall, but it ticked off his glove. And Brennan ends up at second base with a 2-out double on an 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, that's where the young blood sometimes, you get to an 0-2 count. You think, man, I could throw anything up there. Threw the changeup, kind of bottom of the zone. Brennan smoked it, almost hit a homer. That was just below the level.
Home run by a foot, right?
Yeah.
Did not touch Perez's glove. Andres Jimenez batting first pitch, swinging a foul off of both Jake Rogers and the home plate umpire Todd Titchener. Strike 1 on Jimenez. That fastball can ride at the top of the strike zone. Slider has elite spin. Fresh supply of baseballs for home plate umpire Todd Titchener. Jackson Jobe made 2 appearances in the regular season, 1 so far in the postseason. Just turned 22 years old a couple of months ago. The strike 1, swinging a ground ball right side. Diving, stopped by Keith, pops out, throws, got him, fine play, saved a run.
Do it, Cole. Do it.
Great play, ends the 8th. See if the Tigers carry that momentum into the dugout. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-3 Cleveland. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling is ready to tackle your plumbing and HVAC needs. Don't let your home team run cold this winter. Birmingham Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling has you covered. And
that will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
That one is blasted deep to right field, and the Phillies get this road trip off on a good note. It's his 12th leadoff home run of the year. Oh, man, he drills one to deep right field, and that one is gone. His second home run of the game, and a high fly ball in deep right field. They've come all the way back. Kyle Schwarber's third home run of the night. Unbelievable.
You talk about making a statement.
This time, it's 3-1 San Diego. Merrill, center field. Harris back. He can't get it. San Diego has opened it up here in the second. They lead it 5-1. And what a shot from Merrill.
5-5 in the seventh. The Yankees are now 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position in this game. Base hit to left. Chisholm can fly. He rounds third and heads for the plate. He would have beaten the throw anyway. It squirts away from Perez, and the Yankees jump back in front, 6-5.
Verdugo now has a couple of hits, been on base 3 times. He scored a couple of runs, and he drives in the go-ahead run here with another base hit to left field. Chisholm was flying.
Tigers trying to get one on the road before they return to Detroit. Runner goes, pitch is swung on, a high fly ball to right field. This one is gonna fly! A 3-run home run! Kerry Carpenter! The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run into the bleachers in right field. What a moment! Tigers trying to get
he was a little upset about the outcome of the last one he was in.
Sweeney waiting. The strike one, swing and a miss. Up and in at 100, a little anxious.
You got to gear up for it. I mean, it's coming in hot.
Green, the runner at third. Perez at second, itching to come home. The 0-2, a little higher. Crowding him, up and in, off the plate and in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Sweeney just pulled the hands in enough. It wasn't a sharp line drive, but it was a line drive against Class A in Cleveland. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul to the screen. That's a heck of a foul. 99 off the plate and in, but it's just darting into a lefty.
Battle mode.
Rocchio shades up the middle at short. Ramirez deep and off the line at third. Outfield shallow. Sweeney waiting. Class A sets. Checks the runners. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him with a fastball. Tigers threaten. Do not score. We head to the 9th inning. 4-3. Cleveland after 8 on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Rocket met with first-time home buyers to get real about buying a home.
When you don't understand the process, you don't know what steps to take.
Call Sam's Studios scoreboard. Kansas City trying to stay alive and force a Game 5 in New York down 1-0 bottom of the third in KC. Austin Hedges, after Bo Naylor was pinch hit for, is the new catcher, and this is his first at-bat, swing and a miss against Jackson Jobe. Change up at the belt, a little bit high, 1 ball, 1 strike. In at the corners, again, it's Mckinstry at third, Sweeney at short, Ibanez at second now, and Bierling at first. Swing and a miss on a 97-mile-an-hour fastball up and in, 1-2.
That was lively. Hedges had to step out. He's like, man, I was about a day late on that.
Jobe winds and delivers a 1-2, a fly ball left field. Riley Green will come in, make the easy grab. Sweeper got a weak swing. Makes you a little nervous. Pitching to the bat speed of Austin Hedges.
You like the 98 better?
I like the 98 better.
I think Jake might have overthought that one. He said he stepped out. He's going to, cheat a little bit for the heater.
He'd cheat all he wanted.
Yeah.
Ryan Rocchio bats left against the righty Jackson Jobe. 4-3 Cleveland in the ninth. First pitch fastball by him. Swing and a miss. Tardy. We've seen this guy hit a fastball. Mckinstry in tight at third, right up to the edge of the cutout off the line. Sweeney up the middle, slider down and in, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Jackson Jobe came on to start the eighth, and he got a pop-up, a soft fly ball to right field. Double by Brennan, just missed being a home run, and then a great diving stop on a ground ball that was headed to right that would have scored Brennan off the bat of Jimenez. Diving stop by Keith saved a run. Kept the game at 4-3. The 0-2. Changeup misses low and away. Changeup, sweeper, cutter, fastball. The 1-2. Down with the changeup. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Stephen Kwan waiting on deck. Looking ahead to the bottom of the ninth inning. Jake Rogers will lead off for the Tigers. Meadows, Young will follow. The 2-2. Cutter misses low. 3-2 on Rocchio.
All right, bring him the heater.
3-2 and swinging line drive into center. He did bring the heat. 99, and Rocchio turned it right around. 1 out single in the ninth inning. Dangerous bats coming up as the lineup turns over. Let's pause for station identification on the Detroit Tigers radio network. Kwan batting. First pitch fastball at the belt, strike 1. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors for the Guardians. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Tigers. In at the corners, Vierling holding with Rocchio at first. Fastball misses badly up and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rocchio has 10 steals, but caught 6 times. Not picturing him running here. Jobe sets, holds the glove above the belt. He's going to flip it over to first to drive Rocchio back. Sweeney at short will shade up the middle. The outfield plays Kwan to go the opposite way. He's got a knack for flaring the ball over short, flaring it into left field. Green and left field in a little bit and toward the line. Mckinstry in tight at third. The 1-1 to Kwan, swinging a fly ball deep down the left field line. Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball is going to be put in play when Stephen Kwan is at the plate. Sandy Alomar Jr. whispering in the ear of Rocchio before he takes the lead. Kwan waiting. The 1-2 is swinging and a foul. Sweeper on the back door. Kwan waited, and just got a piece of it.
Yeah, his bat to ball skills are ridiculous.
Sweeper at 80. Fastball's enough to 99. Rocchio takes off, swinging a line drive, base hit into right. Rocchio's going to go to third.
Now, how'd he hit that, Dan?
Fastball up and in at 98, and he just
That's up and in off the
right.
plate. That's after he just fouled off that backdoor slider.
And those are the skills of Stephen Kwan. That's why hard hit rate really doesn't mean a lot with some hitters. It doesn't mean a lot with Stephen Kwan. He just finds holes.
Yeah, he just backs up on that heater, creates enough space to get a little bit of barrel to it. Hit it out on a soft line to right field.
Will Vest is coming on, and he'll inherit a jam. Runners at the corners. 1 out, ninth inning. Tigers trying to keep the deficit at 1, trailing 4-3. We'll pause for these words on the Detroit Tigers radio network.
There are trucks. Then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, GMC Sierra.
I was glad to see Luis wanted to hit. Yeah, I can't see him sitting out.
Is this going to
Get in there, get in there.
It will. Same where the other went the other night. 2 of them. He had a double and a triple on that same spot the other night. And he's got himself a double here to lead it off.
And look at his teammates. I think his teammates know as well. They want that ball. Get that ball back in. It's worth another look. Change up and away to the pull side.
And that will set the stage for Xavier Edwards. Selfishly looking for a single to complete the cycle. Towards short, Adames has it, gets rid of it quick, and he's safe! It's a single, and it's a cycle!
The second ever cycle in Marlins franchise history belongs to Xavier Edwards. It took 30 years, a rise, and now Edwards.
He's on the track. See ya! Home run number 58. A towering drive.
Judge hit an unbelievably high drive. We waited, and it came down in the visitors' bullpen. A judgy at last. All right, here comes the judge.
There's always that opportunity, yeah, but I think you have to throw at least one of them. Line down.
First and third, one out, ninth inning. Tigers already down a run, 4-3. Will Vest has started his postseason career. He's faced 15 batters. He's retired all 15. That's pretty good, right?
That's a good start to the postseason career. You got a guy in David Fry coming up who has hit a fastball against Will Vest.
Yeah, his fastball.
And Bo Brisky's fastball, two of the best fastballs in the league. You got to be smart here. You might start him off with a fastball. Make sure you hit your spot.
Fry's bunting. Vest will field. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Wow. Vest did everything right. Charged, fielded, flipped. But Rocchio got the hand in ahead of the tag of Jake Rogers. A huge add-on run. 5-3 Cleveland. David Fry bunted.
What a bunt it was. I mean, David Fry, I don't know when the last time he's probably bunted in a situation like that, but gets it down. Rocchio got a great jump, good slide. You talk about unexpected.
Man. Had 0 sacrifice bunts in his major league career until that one. Jose Ramirez batting, first pitch. Oh, man. Todd Titchener missed it. Set up right there. Was on the black inside. Ball 1. But when you can say that's really his first miss of the night, he's had a pretty good night. Fastball misses low and away. 2-1. Ryan Rocchio has been a really tough out.
Yeah, he's played well.
Ramirez swings fly ball, right field, hooking toward the foul pole. And just foul, kept hooking. He's had a couple of those tonight. That one was home run distance. The earlier one was doubles distance into the corner.
Yeah, he just hooked it a little bit. That's that fastball there, too. So, you got to start getting a little more creative once guys know what you're coming with.
Yep. Still in the one out, runners at first and second. The pitch, swing and a miss. Fastball gets Ramirez. 1 for 5 for Ramirez tonight with a home run.
Or you can just put the fastball in a different spot. Throw it away instead of in. Good pitch.
Fry the runner at first, Quan at second. Tigers down 2 in the ninth inning, 5-3. Cleveland 3 outs away from forcing a Game 5 back home. Naylor swings and pops it up. Shallow left field, Green toward the line under it, and he makes the catch. Last shot for the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Cleveland on top by 2 for the first time tonight, 5-3. This is the home of Detroit Tigers baseball.
There are trucks, then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with the available world's first.
Fly ball to right field, sending Fernando back towards the wall. He leaps and makes the catch. Fernando made the grab and right. Why? Because he is Fernando. Time the leap brings Brings it down. Says no.
Get ready for another bobblehead. That's a platinum glove at work. A good old-fashioned snatch it back.
And a 1-2 to Vientos. Is into left field. Down for a base hit. Here comes Bader. He'll score the tying run. Nimmo the other way, and the Mets will take the lead in the 8th. Lindor scores. Alonso adds with a sac fly. Martinez off the bench with an RBI single to extend the New York lead. He sends one in the air, left center field. That will score Iglesias, and a 5-run 8th inning.
Tyler Fitzgerald, who's hit a home run in each of the last 4 games he's been in. Swing, and he hits a high drive deep to left field. And has he done it again? Yes, he has. Way back into the Dodger bullpen. Now that is an amazing feat. That's the 5th game in a row in which Tyler Fitzgerald has hit a home run.
Well, he gets a hanging breaking ball. You've been sitting upstairs to this guy right now, and he's going to make you pay.
So far at second, nobody out for Manny Machado. Machado hits one to right center field. Back goes Rodriguez. Looking out. Manny Machado stands alone as the Padres.
New record crowd at Comerica Park. They'd already shoehorned in almost 45,000 yesterday.
Does that mean it's tight when you got to use a shoehorn?
44,923 today, beats the record set yesterday for a postseason game at Comerica Park. This crowd on their feet trying to will the Tigers to another miracle finish against Emmanuel Clase, one of the most unhittable relievers this season. Was one of the best for a reliever in all of Major League history. How unhittable he was. Opponents on base plus slugging below 400. Only 3 other relievers in history had done that with at least 60 innings of work. Single home run, scored 3 off Clase in Cleveland. Now he's going to try to get the Tigers and get the last 5 outs of this game. No save was more than 3 outs all year. Justin Henry Malloy will pinch hit for Jake Rogers. First pitch, slider low, ball 1. Malloy off to a 4-for-6 start in the postseason. His first, obviously, exposure to postseason baseball. Fly ball, left field, down the line, hooking toward the corner. Extra bases. Bounce fair into the corner. Malloy will check in at second. How about it? Justin Henry Malloy starts the 9th of the double, and that means a potential tying run comes to the plate.
Do it, J-Han. Gets his hands inside that baseball, hooks it down the line. AJ might be the best all-time pinch hitter chooser ever. Jake Rogers has hit the ball pretty well. Got a hit against Clase last time he faced him. Goes with Justin Henry Malloy. He puts it on him. Gives himself a nice little pat on the hind end.
Everybody on their feet here at Comerica Park. Parker Meadows at the plate. First pitch from Clase, swinging a ground ball softly to second. Big hop for Jimenez, who gloves it and flips to Naylor. Over to third goes Malloy. Tigers need 2. They're down 5-3 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Carpenter left the game with a left hamstring strain. Chase Young's second at-bat of the game. He walked in the 7th inning. Vierling waiting on deck. 5-3 Cleveland in the 9th. First pitch to Young. 101 at the belt. Go back to the Sweeney at-bat. Carpenter saw 3 sliders in a row and hit the 3rd one out. Sweeney did not see a slider. And I'm guessing none of the lefties are going to see a slider today. The strike 1, swing in a soft tapper to second base. Jimenez will charge, glove flip to Clase at first. Malloy will score to make it a 5-4 game. And that will leave it up to Matt Vierling. Tigers trying to avoid a return trip to Cleveland. Guardians 1 out away from getting a Game 5. I thought I saw that ball almost come out of the glove of Clase. Man, he almost boxed it. Fielding last hope for the Tigers. Swing and a foul back to the screen on a 100-mile-an-hour cutter. Every fastball, you just want to say fastball, but it's a cutter, which means it's got that action into a lefty on a level plane away from a righty. It's not big break, but it's just enough to break bats and dominate lefties especially. Hedges behind the plate. Goes out to have a quick word with Clase. Having PitchCom issues again for a Game 5 in Cleveland. The Tigers would have Tarek Skubal, which always gives you that good feeling. But a win tonight, and the Tigers could use Tarek Skubal for the first game of the American League Championship Series. Now, unless the Tigers can pull off.
Got an out here. See if they can put something together. Just need a base runner. Make something happen.
Barely now wetting the strike one pitch. Swing and a miss. You saw Clase in Game 1 when Clase just got some work in the 9th inning and he struck out on nothing but cutters. Tigers down to their last strike, trailing 5-4, bottom of the 9th inning. The 0-2, low and away, pulled the cutter down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Green waiting on deck, hoping to get a chance to swing the bat. The 1-2, check swing, got him. He got the cutter down and away. Vierling strikes out, and we are headed to a Game 5 in Cleveland. A back and forth battle tonight. David Fry with a pinch hit, 2-run home run off Bo Brisky in the 7th inning. Wiped out a 3-2 Tigers lead. Our final score, the Cleveland Guardians 5 and the Detroit Tigers 4.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these.